man. Talking when it's sketchy. Talking when it's sketchy. Talking when it's sketchy. One's fucking delicious. The other's on a man. Talking when it's sketchy.
All right. I could listen to that for a while.
Oh, yeah.
For Wii U. It's like fucking
All right.
a little banger we got. How did I just hit? I don't know. Not sure what I just hit.
Same. Oh, you just hit either.
There we go. Now we got it. Now we got it. Now we got her.
Let me see. This guy sent a quick email.
Now we got her. The hell are you doing? She's breaking shit over there.
Very good. Okay. So, what is up?
What is happening?
Nothing much, but apparently there's been some news happening.
Every day. Never fucking
Apparently
stops.
so.
Never stops. All right. So, I guess the first thing we could talk about is transgender Mr. Freeze.
I can't wait to see this shit. I've only really heard about this one, so I'm kind of interested in seeing how they've done this one now.
Are you? You're interested in how they done this one?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's a interesting take to kind of flip this. So,
Just a tad.
so let's see what they decide to go with.
An
Let's see if
alleged
it's
first
actually
look here
believable.
at Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, Mrs. Freeze, and how they're accused of promoting transgenderism, which I don't know if you could accuse them of transgenderism unless they're saying that there is no Mr. Freeze in this universe. I mean, you could just literally say it's his wife. But the way she looks, which is right here.
Why the glasses?
I don't know why she has glasses inside of her dome.
I mean, it would have looked even stranger if they were outside the dome, to be honest with you.
You would think somebody who was like really smart and could figure out how to make themselves tech so they could freeze shit would be able to make the dome, and also not only just a dome but a lens,
Yeah.
make them see better.
That is quite the interesting thing.
This looks like shit.
It looks like absolute shit. Why is there a little cape coming off the shoulder? What's up with the cape?
It's a scarf.
Why?
Also like the fur.
Freeze. I get it. Yeah, I gotta stay warm.
Yeah, I guess. I don't
Still
fucking
makes
know.
no sense.
So, ex-user Megalo Lawyer reacted to the first look writing on X. Rocksteady, the developers of Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, transformed Mr. Freeze into a non-binary Karen, they, them. This is wild. Here is said tweet.
That's fucking insane. I mean, like, looking at it, it just looks like shit. It looks like absolute shit. Why is the actual cable in the back from the gauntlet to her back purple, and then in the front all of her wires are red?
And then everything else is like
a grayish, like fainted charcoal.
Well, you know what? The pink here, pink there,
Mm-hmm.
pink here. So she's kind of matching. The red is just makes no sense. Why couldn't you just make them?
But even the reds are two different shades.
Yeah, but you could just make them blue.
Like,
Maybe it's lighting dynamic up here.
maybe, I don't know, but
Just make it blue.
yeah, that looks like shit. I'm
Wow.
sorry.
All right,
That's and she has a bulge.
Yeah.
Well, transgender, I know that, but still, like,
is that what? I guess that's what people are talking about, accusing him of transgenderism, is because it definitely looks like
oh, dude.
Mrs. Freeze kept some of Mr. Freeze's lower half.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Tiny bit.
It's not well endowed either. I guess he was a white dude, so I guess makes sense. Here's an article you can also read. Report: Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. That has to be shorter. Sales are 33% worse than Gotham Knights and 61% lower than Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yikes! But not surprising when you do stupid
5
shit.
minutes, and I got my money back. Never played Guardians though, so I don't know if it's good or bad. Or
yeah, I don't know anything about the Guardians game, to be honest with you.
in a subsequent post, the user added, "I predicted this before the game's release, and the backlash was intense. They perceive femininity. Don't hurt yourself. And female anatomy as threats to society. Now they've made a character transgender. Take note of Mrs. Free's chest. That's not a woman."
Nope, absolutely not. I don't know where. I mean, barely. Nope.
Yeah, I mean,
nope.
More down here than here.
Yeah, I mean, down below looks a lot more positive, a positive ID than anything else.
So this guy says, yeah. So he predicted it back here, and he said, "I will say it again and again. Western developers hate women. It's not nerfing what happens to Harley. It's literally a mastectomy. These people hate anything remote to attractiveness, and you will find people like her, former design in Latin America, just walking down the block." True. So you can see the pictures of Harley Quinn here, here, and here. I'm not exactly sure what happened. The only thing I know for sure is after this line, Sweet Baby Inc. got involved here.
True. Yeah.
And not prior.
I mean, yeah. I mean, the left and the middle are obviously still perfectly fine. That still says Harley to me. Yeah, same. But once you get to that right slot, we don't know what the fuck happened anymore.
Also could be a dude.
Again, there's a bulge down there for some reason.
Everyone just got bulges.
I don't know why.
With the recent release of season 1, episode 2, this is the game, by the way, not a show. This is a game. Update: players spotted a tease for Mrs. Freeze. It rhymes, so that's good marketing right there. Okay, hey, fuck me. X-user Arcanine videos showed a portion of the map that is frozen over and a sign that reads, "Ho ho, frozen chicken bites." What?
Jesus Christ, I don't know. But chicken bites, why not?
Looks cold. Oh. Ho ho, frozen chicken bites. It's an actual.
Yeah, what's the deal with that?
It's frozen. This is meant to look frozen. You can hear the ice sounds. Ho ho, frozen chicken bites. I don't know what the fuck. Ho ho, chicken frozen bites would have to fucking.
Yeah,
how the fuck is that a tease for Mrs. Freeze at all? Unless she's a hoe.
True, but can't because it's transgender.
Could be anally.
True.
Don't forget about the third hole. Here's another report you can read. Warner Brothers admits Suicide Squad. Okay, I'm fucking shorting this right now. Nope, I can't go with the first thing that went in my head because the first thing that came in my head was SS.
SS. All right. Well, that's already banned.
I got it. I'll just go KTJL. That's even longer. Failed. This sets our game business up for a tough year over comp. So basically, this game has lost Warner Brothers $200 million.
Jesus Christ. I'm not surprised, to be honest with you.
Not 2. Not 1,000.
Not 1,000.
Pennies. $200 million. I'm trying to put this in perspective.
That's fucking nuts.
The entirety of the Final Destination franchise was made for less than $200 million. And I'm talking all the movies.
Yeah.
And this game lost that studio $200 million. Okay. Good job. I'm pretty sure this new character is going to bring everyone back.
Oh, yeah, by far.
their average players daily is 100, and when they release these updates, like when the other universe Joker came out, it spiked to 400. So whenever these new things come out, they spike, and my guess is it's content creators like us that want to make fun of it.
Most likely.
Yeah.
Most likely, because it's fucking asinine what they're trying to do.
Freeze had previously been hinted at when a Reddit user, not even gonna zero nitty plays, sure, shared a video of Brainiac referring to his Harley Quinn player as Freeze. Oh. First off, this is the game right here. I don't know if you've ever seen this before.
No.
You can still see that?
Yeah.
All right.
Wait. Oh no, you're on a new tab. No, I can't.
Oh, okay, hold on. Let me
Yeah, we gotta do something.
here we go. This is the game. Do you see this HUD?
Yeah.
You got this. Look at all the numbers popping up here, all this, and then even down here, you have all here, and here. This is how much you get to see in this.
Yeah, it's a bit interesting. I mean, in an MMO that obviously works really well.
This is a single player game.
Yeah, no, there needs to be less of that.
I didn't expect you to be the weak link in this chain, Freeze.
I didn't expect you to be the weak link in this chain, Freeze. That's Harley Quinn.
They're not really good at like hinting at stuff.
Well, that's their tease. No, that's on purpose. To try
That's
to
what I'm saying,
tease. It's like
like they're not really good at this because that's nowhere near anywhere correct.
Did you hear
that's
that
fucking
line, or
stupid.
was it choppy?
It was a little choppy, but I mean, you definitely heard it.
Oh, I don't know why everything on my end's coming through choppy today.
I don't know. It's all right though.
Whatever.
But it's fucking interesting though because again, it's Harley Quinn. It's nowhere near Freeze. Like you couldn't think of anything else at all that's a little more clever, like a billboard with Mr. Freeze on it, like just hanging around Gotham somewhere. Nowhere, nothing. No.
Right.
Fuck.
In reaction to this video and others like it, Miller Ross, I don't know why the O is whatever, claims it's a tease for a character named Victoria Freeze.
You mean Victor?
That's not his wife's name, so that's why people are saying it's the transgender.
Yeah, I could see that.
Is her name Nora? Nora Freeze? Yeah, Victor. Yeah. So this is Victoria Freeze. So it's definitely a transgender Mr. Freeze.
Nora Freeze.
Yeah, Nora Freeze is his wife, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He wrote, saw this making the rounds today. Yeah, it seems like some of Brainiac's incidental combat banter featuring Victoria got missorted and given to Harley by accident. Oops. Oh, so this is an accident?
What's that? What happened?
This dude here said, I saw this video making the rounds today. Yeah, it seems like some of Brainiac's incidental combat banter featuring Victoria got missorted and given to Harley by accident. Oops.
Again, they are not good at fucking hints.
If this is by accident, this is horrendous. If this is on purpose, this is horrendous. All right. You can also read Batman Arkham City artist mocks and roasts Rocksteady for suicide for KTJL. Why can't I read? Abysmal fail. Woo! Old brain stopped working there.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the only thing I could find really was Nora suffered from terminal illness and was cryogenically frozen until Freeze could develop a cure. Although she is eventually cured of her condition in the mainstream comic continuity, she becomes a supervillain herself in both depictions of the event, known as Mrs. Freeze and Lazara.
Yeah.
Neither of which are this bitch. So
nope. It's quite likely the accusation is correct of the transgenderism back in 2020 while Naughty Dog was about to release The Last of Us Part 2. An alleged seasoned artist informed Sausage Roll
Nice, like that.
Right name. That video game developers were making female characters look like men to placate adherence to transgender ideology. The artist noted, it's not really about the sexual objectification of women. Women, like men, come in all shapes and sizes. To say that having big busty women is unrealistic is untrue. That's not what Abby is, though, in The Last of Us 2, is it?
No.
No, it's not. Abby is trans. That's why she gets fucked in the A.
In the rear end.
This insider then added, this is only true for trans people.
What?
What? Did I skip?
Huh. The artist noted it's not really about sexual objectification of women. Women, like men, come in all shapes and sizes. To say having big busty women is unrealistic is untrue. So that, first of all, that doesn't make sense.
Right.
This insider then added, this is only true for trans people. What's only true? That they come in different shapes and sizes?
Come in all shapes and sizes?
Or they only come in different shapes and sizes. Is that not what a human is?
Yeah, because before this person said that women, like men, come in all shapes and sizes.
Yeah,
so to say that having big busty women is unrealistic is untrue. As insider then added, this is only true for trans people.
So, maybe if we keep reading, it'll make sense.
I doubt it. A trans woman can't naturally grow large breasts. It's like they're a man. And not all trans people can afford implants. Not all women can afford implants. What are you talking about? What does being trans have to do with affording implants? It costs money to get these. You have to have money, trans or not.
Right. No matter what, it costs money. It's just not cheap. All right.
We're seeing this as if like only trans people get implants, like as if like some bimbo in LA doesn't get fucking triple F's because she's bored.
Yeah. I mean, I know plenty of women who have implants.
Yeah.
You know, more power to them. That's perfectly fine, whatever. But
some real women get the reverse too. Smaller movies.
Yep, very true. So I'm trying to wrap my head around what the fuck is going on here.
What are you saying? Because you can't.
Yeah, so it's only true for trans people. Okay. A trans woman can't naturally grow large breasts.
So what he's saying
obviously,
is trans people
you're not naturally a woman.
Cannot be big busty women is what he's saying. Because a trans woman can't naturally grow large breasts. So
therefore no character should look that way because no trans person can see themselves as that person.
Correct. So you should not have naturally big busty women because it is actually unrealistic because trans people can't naturally do this and they can't have large breasts naturally. They can't all afford big old fucking knockers of implants. But I don't understand. But being trans does not mean you're not a man or a woman. So you could come in all shapes and sizes still. The fact that this sentence follows this sentence is fucking mind blowing.
Yeah. So, but again, are they men and women or are they trans?
Yeah, this is almost
because that's contradictory according to the ideology.
Well, yeah, but it's also trying to like make like transgender like its own separate thing. Like there's men, women, and then there's trans.
No.
If you see a game where the women are a little less curvy, it's not because the game designers are worried about receiving backlash for sexualizing women. It's because they are worried about offending the trans community. No, it's not.
Sure.
It's because they're afraid of receiving backlash for sexualizing women. You've seen this with Stellar Blade. Mm-hmm. That's why everyone's up in arms when they now said they're going to release all the uncensored outfits. And it's not even that uncensored. All it is showing a little bit more tit in the outfit, and people are having a meltdown over it because she's a busty woman.
Who cares?
Big titties, an actual woman though. Like they use a real person to scan.
Yeah, I've actually seen her actual model that they use for Stellar Blade, and that's a pretty well accurate depiction of her body. I would probably say that. So yeah.
He then revealed, from a design standpoint, this is
It is
a
what it is.
really challenging problem. What?
No, it's not. It's not a challenging problem.
You
Just
know,
design the fucking character and move on.
it's pretty simple to me.
I
I've
don't know what
had
it is.
many board meetings about how to tackle this. Trans people want realistic representation in our games,
So
but
make a
they
new character.
feel excluded if they are represented as too masculine or too feminine.
Oh well. It's a battle you're never going to win anyway.
What are you talking about, man? Here's the problem. You know why it's hard for them because they don't feel represented? It's because their brain is trying to break away from fucking reality. If you're if you were born a man and you transition at fucking 35, you're gonna look too masculine.
Yep.
If you're a naturally born woman and you wait till you're 35 to change into a man, you're gonna look too feminine.
Yep.
That's the issue. So
That's just what happens.
just because you can split your brain that way and go, oh, I'm actually a whole different thing. No, you're not. Reality doesn't work like that.
No, it does not. It does not. And the whole world won't see it that way either, so it doesn't really matter. But
Most of the world sees it that way. It's a small minority of people who actually like do this shit here, but it's it's just, as they always say, it's the loud minority.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But it's definitely quite interesting though.
I think it's fucking stupid, and I can't believe this is where we're at in life.
Oh yeah, I mean,
this is what happens when like things become too easy. This is the problems we are trying to tackle because we don't have to we're not living like our great grandparents were 100 years ago, or working in coal mines and shit.
This is the reality that you get when you grow up with the internet and you try to be the next big thing that somebody wants to basically sell their child into the social media world as something they're not, just to gain that money, and then it becomes a trend.
It's amazing how many celebrities' children are trans, and I'm talking not just one, like the whole lot of them, which is almost impossible.
But the actual ratio is like 1 in 10,000 children.
I think it's like 1 in 27 million. Something like that. That Jordan Peterson said.
What is the probability of
So see, too masculine, too feminine. That's why you will see a lot of designers nerfing the female form. They admit it. That's why you will see a lot of designers nerfing the female form, not the female/male form, nerfing the female form, so to speak, so that the difference between trans women and cis women is a little less notable. They hate women.
Yeah, I can kind of see that.
They hate women. Why aren't they doing this with men? Why aren't they making men less muscular?
Yep, because men have to be a little more feminine, and then all the women have to be more manly.
Right, but they're only nerfing, as they say, the female form, not the human form. That's what you should have said. That's why designers are nerfing the human form, but instead they tell the truth. The female form. They hate women. That's a woman?
Yeah, it's a nice, that's almost a better jawline than Boomerang over there.
It is a better jawline than Boomerang. There's actually a joke in this game where these two are going out of here and Boomerang says to him, aren't you supposed to be white? And then he says, shut the fuck up, you boomerang, or you kangaroo or something. And then King Shark goes, you get it? It's because you're Australian. Peak comedy. Fucking peak comedy. What is that?
What is that? What is that? That's kind of what I imagine for a transgender activist video game creator.
This is the type of person that's telling you what a woman looks like.
Yeah.
Just remember that. On top of these comments, YouTuber Yellow Flash, I subbed to Yellow Flash, he's great, revealed that he heard similar information from his inside sources. He stated, was told it was done to be ambiguous, to make everybody feel okay and included. That's not life, though.
No. They're
purposely trying to walk a line here so they don't offend queer people. Which is it now?
Yeah. Is it queer people or transgender?
When did queer become
two separate communities?
When did queer become cool? Because when we were coming up, queer was a slur.
It sure was.
Now it's something they proudly admit to being.
I will never understand ever.
And it's part of the letters. LGBTQ.
IA plus
Yeah.
negative.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, ABC.
AB positive.
That's why I was told. That's what I was told. Now take that with a grain of salt. I don't think this person has had a grain of salt, that they've had plenty of salt, as I would say. You can also read this article. Suicide Squad to Kill the Justice League. Joker DLC appears to flop with concurrent players peaking at just
no shit.
3,000 on Steam. Just over 3,000, and now it's down to 100. And when they have these updates, it's 400. This is how it died.
I have to see the Joker.
Oh, I'll show you the Joker.
I definitely need to see the Joker. I can't wait for it.
Actually, here, look at that. Look, I don't lie to you. Look.
Yeah.
460 people playing right now. Look at this fucking off the flat Earth. Look. And then it got hard.
Straight into the Marianas Trench.
It got erect, and then
yeah.
Not worth it.
That bump is where all the cocaine hit.
Yeah. This design for Mrs. Freeze is unlikely to help the game's ailing financial status.
Absolutely.
Warner Brothers Discovery revealed during the first quarter financial results that they took a $200 million impairment charge on the game.
Yikes. Starting 200 million in the hole.
The company's CFO, Gunnar Wiedenfels. Sure.
Sounds cooler.
Stated, yeah. Gunnar Weidenfels. Sounds cooler. Sounds like a German bad guy.
You know what I'm saying?
Stated, starting with studios, the 400 million plus year-over-year decline during Q1 was primarily due to the very tough comp we faced in games against the success of Hogwarts Legacy last year in the first quarter, which, by the way, had a trans character in it that you didn't shove down our throat, and the game was awesome, and it became one of the fucking...
Which, by the way, people boycott it to the fucking ends of the earth, even though the game creators have already come out and said that J.K. Rowling had nothing to do with this fucking game at all. We even included a fucking transgender character. Not only that, but you can make your character where the fuck you want to be.
Yeah.
So how is this... they were so mind blown that they were transphobic and all those things, and they added all this shit into their own game, and they had no clue what was going on. Like, again, it's just the stupidity of the mass.
All you got to do is do what you've always had to do. If you want to put a gay character in something, a trans character, a non-binary, black, white, Asian, all you got to do is, check this out, is put them in the game, and then just not bash people over the head with the fact that they are this thing, and just have them just go throughout the game and be a part of it, and no one gives a fuck. It's when you get political, it's when you get fucking religious, like, I don't mean like in that, but like shoving down your throat kind of way.
Yeah.
Is when people go, no, fuck you. Just put them in there. But that's not good enough for you, is it?
No, it's not. I can't wait to see what how many times they shove down gay or transgender in the new Star Wars game.
Can't wait. We're going to find out soon. In conjunction with the disappointing Suicide Squad release this past quarter, which we impaired, leading to a 200 million impact to EBITDA, what the fuck that means, during the first quarter. Given the game is a financial loser, it's not surprising that its player base has fallen off a cliff. The game had an all-time concurrent peak of 13,000 when the game released in early February. However, by the end of the month, the concurrent peak was 600, less than 600.
So, hold on. Game was released early February. Let's see this. Okay, so Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League release. Released January 30th.
Yeah, so basically February.
All right, so January 30th. Gross box office.
What do you got going on?
I'm just curious.
You're curious?
Oh yeah.
Oh, fuck you curious on.
So who they have for everybody? They actually had some pretty Pretty interesting people inside the cast. Okay, cool. I'm just seeing how much everything costs.
Did you see any of this game?
Me? No, fuck no.
Oh, I'll show you.
Fuck no.
It was able to bring some players back when it released Season 1, the update with the playable Joker. Concurrent players hit 3,000 on March 28th. However, throughout much of most of April and May, the peak concurrent never got over 300. With the game's most recent update, it did manage to have a peak barely over 5, but clearly this game is not healthy and the players have mostly abandoned it. What did you make of this design of Mrs. Freeze? I think it looks like shit.
It looks like absolute shit, to be honest with you. And it's a fucking terrible play that's going to cause people to just laugh at it some more. It's just going to be the fucking meme game of the year. That's all.
Yeah, I'll show you.
That's all it's going to be.
It's been out fucking long enough. That we can I can show you some of this shit here.
All right. Let's see.
Maybe someone has compiled all the deaths. They have. Fucking thank you, the internet.
Thank you, people of the internet who obviously don't have any lives. Thank you. Thank you for doing your jobs.
You can hear that?
Yep.
Presenting the one, the only, Captain Boomerang! And help!
What did I tell you? I'm no.
No, it's fucking.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So that's. What the fuck?
Makes sense. The gods have cursed you in every other way.
Oh wait, yeah, I forgot.
We will show
This is a
proper
dick joke.
respect to this fallen hero. By
Show a little class, man. Holy shit. Congratulations.
makes sense.
So in case you don't know what's happening there, Boomerang was going to piss on the Flash. Deadshot comes up and says, "Have some class," but then gets distracted by how big Boomerang's dick is, and says,
Love that.
"Wow, congratulations!" Harley salutes it, and then King Shark says, "Makes sense, because the gods have cursed you in every other fucking way." Now, how would you imagine you would kill the Flash?
Probably putting something on the floor to cause him to fall, then fucking just beat him to death. Like oil. Oil's a good one.
Well, we don't need the actual fucking sound of the game, but so here's him. He's talking shit. Look, he's evil, right? So the way you actually do it in game, because this is a cutscene, is you shoot him a bunch. You just shoot him, and then over time he just takes damage, and then right. So he's all talking his shit. And then he's like, after you do the shooting, this happens. This cutscene, right? Fucking Batman.
Oh yeah, but you didn't think it'd be me at the end, huh, Bats?
Are we done with your bad stand-up routine?
Almost. But you always gotta end on your best joke.
Do it. About time.
That was Kevin Conroy's last performance as Batman before he died.
I'm sorry I was in this game.
This is also the Arkham Batman.
Yeah. That sucks. That's a goddamn shame he wasted it there.
I wonder if there's something
He's
different
still
about the
in
way
there
Wonder
somewhere.
Woman dies.
Wonder
No
Woman?
matter what Brain
Yeah,
has done,
they killed the
to them,
Justice League.
I can still
Oh yeah, true.
Right?
But that's Green Lantern, Wonder Woman.
Oh yeah, first off, check this shit out. She stabbed him in the chest with kryptonite.
I'm sorry, Kal-El.
Uh-huh.
She's like, "Ow, my tits. Why would you do this to me?"
His chest is really wide in this game.
He's a big dude. Oh, blood.
Just punch her one fucking time. One good hit.
Explain to me how this is happening right now.
Yeah, his power should be
Kryptonite
gone.
in his chest. He should be on the floor. Still going. Actually getting worse. Oh. Oh. Is he dead? Oh, no. Is he going to die?
No, of course not.
Nope. He flies away, actually. Dah. Fuck you guys. This shit hurts. I'm going home. Now notice.
It should have killed him. He'll recover. Be prepared.
Shark, help me carry her in. We got medics inside.
Do you hear the music?
Yeah, very serene,
Right.
very calm,
Wonder
very
Woman,
loving.
Her death is being treated seriously and respectfully. Why is that?
Because it's a woman.
Because it's a woman. There you go. You got it. You passed the test. So
It's
yeah,
a woman. Da, 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 da.
that is the. There's
a
some of the
woman.
deaths. Now, that fucking game is horrendous.
It definitely seems that way. Yeah, I'll probably have to agree with that and take your word for it, because I ain't fucking ever playing it. So
Oh, well, me either. But
I honestly forgot that game even existed until you brought this up. Not gonna lie about that either.
What?
Yep, forgot it even existed.
what's wrong with you?
Completely out of my mind. Nope, not one thing. Didn't care.
Well,
Yeah, just one of those things, really. You know, just kind of forgot it existed. That's pretty much all I got. So,
well,
and tomorrow I will continue to forget it ever existed.
that's a good transition by accident to something else that's going to be forgotten soon. Is JLo's
yeah.
new movie on Netflix?
Yep,
It's called
this is
Atlas.
gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one.
No, it's not.
Triple A. Come on,
Knock it off.
knock it off.
It's called Atlas. It looks
Man.
fucking stupid. I'm not pulling up the trailer because Netflix dings everybody for shit.
Definitely not the Titan with the Royal Donut shoulders.
Newly released Jennifer Lopez Netflix film features a robot lecturing her about pronouns.
Love that. It's a good
Robot.
storyline.
Robot.
Wish we thought of that sooner.
Robot. Okay. Like, look at it.
That thing.
This thing here is on the fucking. I put
That
this
thing.
on the-
That thing is telling her.
I have the clip. I will show you. Former Canadian TV executive turned YouTuber Paul Chatto, great name for YouTube, Chatto, shared a clip from the film that features the robot lecturing Lopez after she properly refers to it as it.
I'm not it, you bitch. All right, well.
Kind of. After
Oh,
Lopez
shit.
character refers to it as it, the robot responds, "I'm sorry, but my pronouns are she and her, not it."
So we're sticking with robotic things like cars and ships. They are women, though, right? Because that's what we're sticking with here. So that's what's what I'm
I
gathering.
fucking guess.
Yeah, it sounds good to me.
Ready?
Let's
Listen.
do it.
Oh, okay then. Wait, how did it know I wanted coffee?
I'm sorry, but my pronouns are she and her, not it.
I mean, fair. Listen to the fucking robot.
It's a robot.
It's a robot that's become sentient, obviously, which
hate everything.
probably never happened. To be honest with you, it's probably just one of those things that they throw in there because they have to, because it's JLo.
The film was released on May 24th. Oh, Miss Page, we're watching it after the show. May 24th has been firmly
Shit.
has been firmly rejected by both critics and viewers, and it's not surprising given this clip. Clearly, the film is infected with woke ideology.
Fucking course, because it's JLo
No fucking shit. Well, because it's fucking 2024.
and JLo.
On Rotten Tomatoes, the film has an abysmal 17% on the tomato from critics.
Tomato meter.
There are only 10 fresh scores and 49 rotten ones. It has an average rating of 3.9 out of 10.
Good. Vote it the fuck down. because well, as long as it's actually deserving. 'Cause that's kind of fucked up if you do that.
You
If it's
be
actually
honest,
a good
but
book.
I'm sure it's trash. It
Yeah,
also
I have full faith.
oh, me too.
Yeah.
I can not watch it ever and just know it's fucking abysmal. It also has a 56% rotten score from viewers with an average rating of 3.2 out of 5. There's a trick with the things. I'll pull it up in a second. I'll show you what the trick is. The film is not faring better on IMDb. It currently has a 5.6 out of 10 over 6,000 reviews.
See, that's more believable.
I can't believe that. 655 reviews. I gave it a 10.
That's because those are all JLo fans right there.
I don't think
They
JLO
didn't. They didn't give a fuck about anything besides JLo and the hopes that she's naked inside this film.
I'm gonna pull this up.
Gender
Someone look at
swapped A Knight's Tale. What? Hold on.
Yeah, it's
What?
also so Gender Swapped A Knight's Tale sequel shut down by Netflix algorithm. I pulled it up. I'll
Yikes.
share in a second. I gotta see what that's about.
That's gotta be something interesting, right? Like,
The official description for the film from Netflix states Atlas Shepard, who is JLo, a brilliant but misanthropic data analysis
love that.
with a deep distrust of AI, joins a mission to capture a renegade robot. Why? Why would
Yeah,
you
that's
join a mission to capture a robot if you hate AI?
Well,
You should be like, good, fuck it.
yeah.
I don't get-
The movie starts. We need to go find this thing. Nah, fuck that robot, dude. The end.
Renegade robot with whom she shares a mysterious past. It's actually not that mysterious.
It's pretty straightforward.
You could probably guess what it is. Her mom was all about the AI robots, and the AI, not the mech, but the AI itself was in a robot that she had as like a Rosie at home.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's not that hard to figure the fuck out. You can just guess. But when plans go awry, her only hope of saving the future of humanity. Whoa, hold on. Time out.
Wow.
Time out.
This escalated severely quickly.
Yeah, how the fuck did we get here? You join a mission to capture a renegade robot, but when shit goes wrong, you gotta fucking trust it for the sake of humanity? What the fuck happened?
Listen, I've seen a better film with robots, all right, that someone had to trust, and it's called Big Hero 6. All right, beautiful film. Same thing.
iRobot.
Yeah. We've already done this before.
Didn't Will Smith have to end up trusting that fucking thing in the end?
In the end, yes, yeah,
And he
yeah,
didn't like
because
it to begin with?
because
Didn't his mom have one? At her house? Yes.
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
she did.
if Shia LaBeouf's in this movie, I'm done.
Oh, that'd be great.
I'm
I haven't
turning
seen
it
him in a while, dude. I haven't seen him since Fury.
on. Amen.
Such a great film, by the way.
It's great. Yeah, it is.
I love Fury.
The film was directed by Brad Payton, based off a script written by Lilo Sheridan
All right,
and
first,
Aaron
let's
E.
take a look
Conati.
at that director. What else has this dude done?
Brad Payton? I
Yeah,
have no idea.
Brad Payton.
Probably
I've
something
never seen that name before. Brad Payton, huh? Let's find out.
Brad Payton.
Brad Payton? Is it P-E-T? Yeah, it is.
Yep.
Oh, Canadian filmmaker. He looks like someone that would do some stupid shit.
Share it, and I can switch it out.
Yeah.
It will pop up on the thing. There
All
you go.
You got it. There you go. All right. So this is him. All right. So we have, he's 45, Canadian.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What-
So these are the films he was a part of.
Wait. Well, let's be sure. Let's click his IMDb here. I don't want to give him praise for fucking anything.
Do this.
Oh, or not.
Yeah. Sorry. Want to make sure.
Oh,
Actually,
never mind.
Boom, dude. We're in. All right. So Brad Payton, writer,
Brad Payton.
director, known for Daybreak, Rampage, San Andreas, Black Hole.
This dude directed San Andreas and Rampage,
Let's just do
along
this.
with
So,
Jumanji 2.
spoiler alert.
Oh, San Andreas 2 is coming out. What's going to fucking happen? Is it going to be the same fucking movie? How do they have another earthquake? more natural disaster, more rock.
Yeah. All right. So this obviously Atlas, Daybreak, Rampage, Incarnate,
Wait, are they giving him
Frontier.
credit for Rampage deleted scenes too?
Yeah, they are.
The fuck?
Yeah. Journey 2, The Mysterious Island, Cats and Dogs.
I don't know anything down here. The first thing I
Yeah,
recognize
it's it.
is Journey 2, not Jumanji 2. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, Journey 2. So we have Cats and Dogs, known, which, man, it's 2010. It's whatever. Journey 2, 2012. Don't know. It was a mediocre
San
end
Andreas
of the world
and
film.
Rampage is probably the two biggest ones.
Especially Rampage, I think Rampage was bigger than San Andreas.
You think Rampage was bigger than San Andreas?
I think so, in terms of what it made.
I have no fucking idea.
Let's find out.
No fucking clue.
Will this
I'll
tell
be
me?
honest with you. Probably not.
Probably
Maybe
not.
you might have to go to the good old Wikipedia.
Oh, popularity's down. Popularity's up.
What a weird fucking system.
Yeah, I know. All right, let's see. Is it still on this tab?
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, so we have San Andreas box office 474 million. Okay, never mind. I don't know if the Rampage is going to beat this.
428.
Ooh, that's close. Ooh, that's close. But still, San Andreas took the cake.
Yeah.
But not by much. I'm happy with that.
Not by much. No. All right, let's go back here. So you see how I can switch that out like that?
Yeah.
Boom.
Boom.
We both got
Easy as
shit.
pie.
All
Yeah.
right. So, she has to save humanity, apparently, from it originally was a mission just to get the fucking thing, and now she has to trust it to save humanity.
So is this like an Interstellar thing where she had to go somewhere with this robot to like go test the water there? And they comes to find out, like she leaves. It's like, by the way, here's your dying message of Earth. You need to do this with this robot, or else we all die. By the way, you have 3 days.
The fuck picture is this?
I don't know.
Anyway.
Somehow, some way, we got there. All right.
The film is clearly attempting to push transgender ideology so much so that it pushes the idea that inanimate robots are now claiming to be female sex and lecturing humans about it. No, actually, it's. I mean, to a point, you're right, but also what you're missing here is humans wrote it.
Yeah.
This is
humans
my problem
wrote
with
it
fucking
to be this way.
Starfield. It's not the fact that like pronouns were in the game.
Yeah. Oh my god.
It's the fact that I'm supposed to be on an alien planet, not Earth, in other alien planets, and the first thing, one of the first things they want to talk to me is like fucking pronouns and what do I identify as and shit like that. Like, motherfucker, like, and I would hope an alien planet would evolve past some stupid squabble shit like that. But apparently not.
Yeah, apparently 1,000 years into the future and on multiple star systems, no matter where you go, no matter what, your pronouns matter. I don't understand how Starfield even threw that out there. You know what I mean? Like, before we kill you, what are your pronouns? Yeah, before we just want to make sure that we write everything right.
Yeah, I'll make sure that everything on the headstone's good.
You know what I mean? Like, fuck.
Bishop Michael Burbridge. Oh, is that who this guy is?
That's where that came from.
Notes how this language must be rejected in his. I don't even know what the fuck the dude.
Cachethus.
On the human person and genderology. Those asserting a transgender identity and or seeking to transition often adopt new names or pronouns that reflect their desired identity and insist that others must use the chosen names or pronouns. Such use might seem innocuous and even appear to be an innocent way of signaling love and acceptance of a person. In reality, however, it presents a profound crisis. We can never say something contrary to what we know to be true. To use names and pronouns that contradict the person's God-given identity is to speak falsely. Listen, man.
Was that all from this bishop, dude?
Yeah.
Holy shit, friend.
My
God.
He continues. He adds,
the
faithful should avoid using gender-affirming terms or pronouns that convey approval or reinforce this person's rejection of the truth. It is not harsh or judgmental to decline to use such language. In the broader culture, Catholics may experience significant pressure to adopt culturally approved terminology. However, in no circumstances should anyone be compelled to use language contrary to the truth. The right to seek the truth inheres in the human person and cannot be taken away by any human institution like the Catholic Church.
No, I mean they could probably do that. It's fine. No.
Oh, okay. Attempts by the state, corporations, or employers to compel such language, particularly by threats of legal action or job loss, are unjust. We must love in truth, and truth must be accurately conveyed by our words. At the same time, clarity must always be at the service of charity as part of a broader desire to move people towards the fullness of the truth. Come to my church and give me $20.
Yeah. I was kind of waiting for that.
Overall message here of like you shouldn't use like pronouns or like whatever.
Yeah. Because there's God-given names, identity, and
it's not reality. But when you,
I can definitely see where he's coming from with that. I can definitely see where he's coming from with that. And of course, religion, most religions are not going to agree with the transgender ideology anyway. Christianity, Catholicism, whatever have you, just it's not going to agree with it anyway. So.
Yeah,
him speaking out about it, not really surprised, really, but I'm kind of curious, where the fuck did he come from in this article?
Yeah, I don't know who the fuck he is. I don't know why he matters.
You know what I mean? Like, we were talking about a fucking movie on Netflix, and all of a sudden, Bishop's in here speaking some fucking messages.
Instead of saying God-given stuff, like, you could literally just say, like, it's more loving to a person to not use their pronouns or new given identity, and instead try to help them figure stuff out, because obviously that's because it for a long time up. I don't know, 2016 maybe, it was known to be a mental disorder, gender dysphoria, that is.
Correct.
So you could love somebody by not affirming their obviously incorrect.
The whole notion of tough love ceased to exist ever since 2010.
But you don't also have to fucking...
The coddling phase began.
Shove them into church.
Yeah, I mean, church is not, just my opinion and the way I think. Church is not my first go. Nope.
Hell no.
Fuck that place.
It's not gonna be anyone's
only
first
because, but I mean, I wouldn't say anybody because there are quite a few people that are pretty
not what the devout. People he's trying to talk to.
Yeah,
they're not going to church.
Yeah, true. I mean, but again, if you're not a person of faith and you think yourself, I don't know what to do. I must go to church. They're gonna fuck you up.
Seriously, they're not.
Man, they're gonna fuck you up. Call a friend. Call a friend that you haven't talked to in like 3 years, and because they're probably not gonna lie to you. That's why I say that.
It's actually kind of funny because I recently had a conversation with my son's mom, Amber.
Yeah.
And she was, I don't know, had something going on with her, and she was talking about going to church about it because she feels guilty. And I was like, do not go to church. I was like, that could be the worst thing you could ever do because I can't really.
It's a very factual thing.
What she did, the church hates.
Yeah.
So why the fuck would you go to them? Because they're gonna be like, oh, what'd you do, child? And you're gonna tell them, they're gonna be like,
get out.
You might go to hell for that. Like, you're fucked. Like, that's not what you want to hear. If you're feeling guilty, you might fucking just off yourself at that point. Don't.
Yeah. Especially if that's like your last turn.
Oh, here we go.
And really like your final straw, and you hear that the last thing you want to hear is someone like doubting what you're feeling or anything like that. So if you go into that church and that's your last straw, and you sit down with them and they're like, "Hi, what's wrong?" And you're like, "Hey, I did this." You're probably going to hell. Yeah, it's probably gonna tip right over the iceberg. You know what I'm saying?
Just a tad. So here's the article we pulled to the side. Gender Swap: The Knight's Tale sequel shut down by Netflix algorithm. What was it? A Knight's Tale director and writer Brian Hedgeland revealed that Netflix and the company's algorithm shut down a possible sequel for the hit film that starred Heath Ledger.
Did it really?
Yeah, Paul Bettany, who's Vision. Alan Tudyk, who was a lot of fucking things, including K2 and Rogue One. In an interview with First discussing the revenge epic Man on Fire that he wrote, Hedgeland was asked on a status update for potential A Knight's Tale sequel. He responded, "When we finished A Knight's Tale, we were already thinking about making the sequel as a pirate film. The plot revolved around Count Adhemar kidnapping Jocelyn and taking her to Constantinople. I don't know, dude. These are fucking.
Hold on.
What does that say?
If I can pronounce it, it's gonna go great. Okay. It's constant. God, it's that in part. The in fucks me up every time. It's It's Constantinople, whatever the fuck it's called.
Constantinople, sure.
Yeah.
They end up as galley slaves.
Very old, very old Roman city.
Jesus fucking Christ. After their boat is captured by pirates, there's a prisoner on the boat who has a treasure map tattooed on his back. What the fuck are you talking about? But he keeps getting flogged for indiscipline. The guys volunteer to take turns getting flogged in this prisoner's place, so the map isn't erased. So Sony didn't want to do it. What the fuck does that have to do with Netflix? You just said Sony didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Or maybe it will tell me as I go on.
Yeah. So Constantinople was one of the capitals of the Roman Empire during the regime in 330.
Sure.
And it fell.
What? Rome fell? What?
Well, I mean, besides Rome, but
What?
this particular empire fell in 1453, and they renamed it to Turkey.
Look at Bob Iger lying.
Where's Bob? Bob, what are you doing, Bob?
Here?
Disney CEO Bob Iger believes he's removed Disney from the culture war and claims company is not infusing messages into its film and TV shows. You get Bob, I swear to God, just tell the truth, my guy.
What a lying prick.
Fuck.
So it says I pitched it to Sony because they own the rights, and it seemed like they were interested in making it with Netflix. Wait, you just said Sony didn't want to do it. And then down here, you're saying I pitched it to Sony, and because they own the rights, and it seemed like they were interested in making it with Netflix.
Maybe this is past tense. This is what happened before they denied it. Let's find out.
My understanding is that Netflix tests this sequel idea through their algorithms. What?
Oh
Like,
shit! We found out something new. So now we know.
Like
now we know.
Simpsons-esque, South Park-esque fucking episode, right? Where like you go, okay, hold on, that sounds like a good idea. Let me run it by my higher ups. You go, okay, cool. Like, hey, I'll call you. No, perfect. And then these fucking weirdos go back to this big computer. Oh, algorithm, we come to you with an offering. And it's like, and it's just
Netflix
like, does not compute.
do it. Netflix can test things. Yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, so that's what they did, and
No,
the algorithm said no.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting that they can kind of put it out there in a test algorithm style to see like what people are currently watching and if would people would go to that float to that type of movie, which is quite interesting.
This South Park special come out. This isn't a South Park special.
I don't know, to be honest.
Yeah, it did. It came out yesterday.
Oh, good old
they
South Park, you.
Yeah.
A part of me always kind of wonders if South Park will ever truly end, and a part of me believes no, it will not. It will never end. As long as the world keeps doing the shit they're doing, oh my God, they have fuel forever.
As long as humans keep being fucking stupid, South Park can go forever. And this newest special is, I think I said to you, is Cartman gets really skinny using Ozempic.
Oh God. I still haven't watched the Kathleen Kennedy one.
You gotta. Why aren't you watching that?
Oh, man, look, I have a lot of shit. All right, I got a lot of shit. I just forget about half of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I deal with problems.
I ain't buying none of your fucking bullshit. Anyway, speaking of not buying bullshit,
here we go.
The Acolyte lead Amanda Lestenberg reiterates Star Wars series' intention to subvert the Force. Says StoryWorks will explore what it means to be on the light side or dark side. Hey, you dumb bitch! That was already figured out. One's good, one's bad. Done. Show's over. 30-second episode.
Yep. I mean, we've already went through this. We've already, we've already went through what it means to be in the light, along with all the books and the comics, and then also exploring the dark side. There's tons of books and comics that explored this, and Vader, in Vader's comics and things like that. So I'm not too sure what the fuck they're trying to explain, but what's happening here is they're going to re-explain what the new version is.
I'm gonna have to pull that fucking
guaranteed.
Clip. I'm going to pull that clip of fucking Jeff Daniels from that show he did, where he goes on, and then like I just need to grab the part where he's like, "So I don't know what the fuck you're talking about," just so I can have that at my ready. All right. And further confirmation that Disney and Lucasfilm aim to continue the current media trend of portraying any and all villains as sympathetic and misunderstood. Yep. The Acolyte lead, Amanda Stenberg, has affirmed that the upcoming Star Wars series will center on exploring what it means to be on the light or dark side of the Force.
Again, we've already went through this. I'm not really. I mean, there are some aspects of the show that I generally do like. Oh, that's cool. And then I see the next scene. I'm like, that's right. We're still here in the Matrix Part 5.
Why is this a fucking thing? All right.
I don't know, but I'm still fully in belief that this is the machines have captured Trinity, and they put her back under after the latest one with the latest Matrix movie, with Neil Patrick Harris, and he survived, and they captured Trinity again, and they put her into a new universe to keep her under further, because Keanu Reeves would never join Star Wars, at least in this era.
Yeah, whatever the fuck you just said. So here's one thing I want to bring to attention. Makeup should be illegal. Do you see her face right here? Do you see Amanda Stenberg right here? You see her right here? Right. This is also her.
Yeah.
This is
makeup does a lot. Makeup does a lot.
This is the same person.
Yeah, they changed her completely. Damn.
Yeah, it does, dude.
Damn, they changed her. Really? Jesus.
You know what it is? It's the outline of her nostrils.
Yeah.
You can see here her nostrils are real light, and you can see here how defined everything is.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely put some shades in there.
She does a lot of contouring, and where the fuck?
Yeah, I
fucking bitches do. I don't fucking know.
I don't know either.
They
but
fucking war paint on themselves and try to get dick. So
it apparently works.
Hey, sometimes it does. Sometimes I'm so glad I'm not single anymore. But if I was, as soon as I brought a girl home, I would immediately make her fucking shower or wipe her face off. All right, let's see. Be like a Scooby-Doo episode. Let's see who's under the mask. Almost got away with it. Asked by the outlet's Ben Travis if she could recall on how showrunner and former Harvey Weinstein's assistant Leslie Headland. I love that people never let that go. Oh god!
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. By former Harvey Weinstein
and showrunner and former Harvey Weinstein's assistant Leslie Headland had pitched the series to her. The actress began. The show was actually pitched to me in a visual form. I had a meeting with Leslie Headland, Leslie and Lucasfilm creative executive, Rain Roberts. Whoever spells their name Rain with a Y should be punched in the face. I know. That's why I said it. Miss Pay's sister. That's her nickname, and that's how she spells. That's why I said it. We sat down for some brunch. Ooh, you bougie
brunch.
And yeah, brunch, because they're too good for fucking morning or the afternoon. They opened up this iPad with concept art and that had been conceptualized. I got it.
With me in it.
With me in it. Oh, wow. Check you out. That's called fucking making a pitch. Is that crazy? Even at that point, details were being held from me. Yeah, because you weren't hired yet.
Yeah, they're not going to tell you a damn thing.
Like, even then, I didn't know everything. No shit.
Yeah, but
so I was extrapolating what I could based off the images she added, but I understood that it was an exploration of light and dark parts of ourselves and the rules in the galaxy around how the Force can be used, which was insane to experience that. You can experience it now. Just go home and watch a fucking marathon of the first 6 movies and you'll understand it all.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
What the fuck do you not understand about it?
Yeah, but all right, let's take 5 real quick.
You take 5.
I am. 1 sec. I'll be back.
All right. Taco, I guess he has some husbandly duties to go over. I guess. Look at this bitch. She has a fucking knife. The short ass fucking knife. I fucking hate people. Oh, there she is. Right there. That's Leslie Headland. Former personal assistant of Harvey Weinstein, who used to send him women so he could rape. Right there. Somehow not in prison. Who? No, she's a creator, writer, and director. Because in Hollywood, you fail upwards. Yeah, it's fucking unreal how you can just fucking, like I said, fail upwards. Oh, we got to pull this one up too. After Disney decanonized material, the Acolyte showrunner Leslie Headland says upcoming Star Wars series will use EU lore. I thought it was so cool, and no one told me I couldn't. I can't believe they fucking told you you couldn't. That's unreal. They decanonized it, and then you're going to use it. So what was my worry? That they were going to fuck up continuity of the original 6? Well, I guess I'm right, because right there. All right, I will continue reading on, and I will catch the taco up. Where are we at? Okay. To this end, Travis later noted that not only did he feel that the Acolyte really seems to get into the light side, dark side dynamic, the fucking whole series does. Oh my God, dude. I'm going to need heart medication by the end. But also that her character, May, leaned more towards the dark side. Because you're a fucking Sith, you fucking... She's literally a Sith in the show. That's why you lean more towards the dark side, you dumb bitch. In response to this speculation, Stenberg asserted, I think it's a little more complicated than that, which is the point of the show. It's not. You're literally a Sith. Actually, you're a twin, and you're playing both parts. Fucking dumb. Hopefully, she concluded, if we did our job right, I doubt it, the show makes it interesting into an interesting interrogation into what it means to be on the light side or dark. So what the fuck? She keeps saying this like we don't know what it means. We already have this. We know what it means. With twins. Well, that was on the EU side of it too, which is shit she's taken after they decanonized it.
Mm-hmm. Go on.
I'm fucking losing my fucking brain cells. Listen to this.
Good.
To this end, Travis later noted that not only did he feel that the Acolyte really seems to get into the light and dark side dynamic. We already did. But also that her character, May, lean more towards the dark side because you're a fucking Sith in the show. Well, like I said, you're a twin. You play both parts. In response to his speculation, Stenberg asserted, I think it's a little more complicated than that. It's really not, though. You're
it's
a
really
Sith.
Not. You're going to explore a lot of the dark side and some of the light, which is perfectly fine. But we've done this already. That's why we watched Anakin grow up and go into Darth Vader. We've already watched it.
In the heat of my fucking rage just then, I didn't even think about him. But yeah, you're right. We already did this. Actually, I did mention it because I said watch the original 6 movies. But yeah, Anakin literally does this. He starts off in the light and ends in the dark. He
Correct.
Does both.
And
he
those
leans on
movies
both
teach. Yeah, and those movies teach that the light and dark is not really a concept of a side of a coin. Everyone has it within them. It just depends on which wolf you feed.
It's how you use the Force for what purpose.
Correct.
If you use the Force for revenge and vengeance,
then it eats you
it's
alive.
going to darken you. If you use it for love and whatever the fuck, you're going to be like, it's not that fucking hard to understand.
Yeah, it's really not. Which is why Anakin fell to the dark side to begin with, because he was so afraid to lose what he had loved because he already lost his mother. That's why the Jedi typically don't take anyone over the age of 7, because that means that they've already formed attachments.
Which is why Siths are way more aggressive,
Correct,
power hungry,
they take fucking
maniacs,
anybody.
And Jedis are fucking basically pacifists that want to do anything but fight.
Right.
That's why also Jedis will use the Force in defensive maneuvers, like pushing you away or using it to get away, or in the Phantom Menace, which they only used once, which is kind of funny because I recently saw it again.
Force
speed running.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking the Flash out of that bitch. Him and Qui-Gon were like, peace. And they were gone.
Yeah, but couldn't use it in Darth Maul fight.
And then
down new script.
Right. And then you flip it to the other side, right? Where Vader chokes people out with it. Shit like that. So that's, again, it's not that hard to understand, but I guess we don't understand. No, there she is. Leslie Headland, former Harvey Weinstein assistant. Used to feed women to him. As noted above, Stenberg's interview is not the first time a member of the Acolyte's production crew has spoken to the series, morally gray approach to the Force. It's already gray. There is no line. It's literally the person.
Yeah. And the whole aspect of like this whole twin shit, again, as we talked before, I'm pretty sure this is gonna be one of those things where it's gonna be, oh, this twin's good, oh, this twin's bad, oh no. Then towards the very end, we're gonna find out the good one was actually the bad one because it's more like a split personality disorder.
There's only one instance of where the Force is down the middle, rigid,
because it doesn't make
the
sense.
Force has to balance it because it can never let evil be all evil or good be all good.
But it doesn't make any fucking sense. So if you're a Jedi, all right, that's how the Jedi know who May is. She was a Jedi. She was being trained.
Yep.
You're telling me that your evil twin sister starts attacking people, so you run away from the people who could vouch for you, that it wasn't you, to hide?
She doesn't know she has a sister.
But then how does she know to run?
Hey, shut up. So...
You know what I mean? Like I don't understand like what we're trying to do here, but it's fucking pointless. The whole dynamic of the show is just fucking lost.
Mitch Bay said that, brought up a good point, that it's literally the original trilogy to a point where that storyline of one of them not knowing they have a sibling. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna fuck each other though or kiss each other.
I mean, never know. We did that.
That'd be weird because she's playing both.
In what, 1983 was that?
What, Empire?
Yeah, 1983.
No, I think wasn't Return 85? Because the original, New Hope was 77.
1980, goddammit.
Yeah, so 1980, and then Return of the Jedi was 85, right? Check it.
Yeah. 83. That's what it was. 83.
83. Fuck off.
That's what it was. 83.
Hey, imagine. Hey, real quick. Pull up the year Back to the Future came out. What year?
85.
85. So this is 3 movies, but let me just tell you, this is why I'm so jealous of our mom. 83. Well,
yeah.
First off, 77.
7.
A New Hope.
Yep. 80.
80. Empire.
83.
83. Return.
85.
84. Ghostbusters.
84. Yep.
85. Back to the Future. Go fuck yourself, mom.
Yeah, that shit. My God. My God.
Dude,
such a lineup. Such a lineup.
And that's just 4 movies from a couple of years. Like, I bet if you go look at all of 1980s, 81, 82, at all the releases of films, I'm sure there's fucking bang, because the 80s were just littered with banger. Like, well, yeah, anything with Molly Ringwald, right?
Yep.
Fucking Goonies. Fucking, you go down the list, dude.
My God.
Even bad movies. Oh, like, but this is not a bad movie. I said, like, even bad movies, then I was about to say another movie, but I don't think it's bad, but because it popped in my head late. But E.T., right? E.T. comes out and shit like that.
Yep. E.T., who's also a Jedi, by the way. We have confirmed this in episode 3. When we see the E.T. species inside the Senate cheering.
I'll pull that up in a minute. That's...
Yeah. You saw that?
What the fuck?
Yeah, you saw that shit, right? Oh my God.
Actually, hold on, let me pull it up right now.
All right, so this is what happens when we have random shit going on, and that Disney feels so compelled to make this person or this series feel special that they literally say fuck you to everything else that's ever happened. Yeah,
John Williams rewrites Star Wars as a stirring violent solo for the Acolyte star Amandla Stenberg.
Right. So John Williams.
Listen to this article. Why would I listen to it?
So John Williams. I mean, again, she's a great violinist. I'm not knocking her for that. She's a.
Oh, there's a video here.
Yeah.
Wait. First off.
Again.
First off, I don't mean to be that guy. Okay. That is not the Star Wars theme. That's the Force theme. That's my favorite theme.
Correct. That is the Force theme. Correct.
That's my favorite theme
out
in
there.
Star Wars. Now, my favorite
besides the Duel of Fates.
That's not to me. That's not a theme. That's a masterpiece.
Yeah. True. I agree.
But yeah. So not to be that guy, but no, but yeah, obviously beautiful, amazing. That was fucking. Actually, I want to hear it one more again.
Yeah,
Calm down, yellow card. Let's
But again, not knocking her on that. She sounds great. I'm sure she's a beautiful violinist. Not trying to knock that. But the whole premise that after almost 60 years, this man has never rewritten anything for anybody.
Seriously.
And now all of a sudden he does it for her.
There's nothing wrong with the shit he wrote. It's still good. That's why they still use it.
And again, if they just want her to do this just for the sake of the show, I get it. By all means, you got to market it some fucking how. I get it. I do. But to have just that mindset of he wrote it he redid this just for her, it's kind of bullshit to me. That after all these years, he doesn't touch it until now. No, this is Disney telling him, write it or we fucking fire you completely, and we never give you any credit at all. Fuck yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's that's just the fucking problem. You know, again, not knocking her. She sounds great, everything else like that. But the whole point is, after all these years, he's never done anything like this. And then all of a sudden, he has to rewrite it. Why? Because this has to feel special.
Yeah. You don't, God forbid, if she were to just use the same shit everyone else has been fucking using. She's got to get her own special fucking nonsense.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I'm at with it. Just, you know, I'm the need for this show to feel fucking special is insane.
Yeah, and in case anyone out there that will see this now or see it later and wants to comment on what's the they didn't do this for Ray.
Right. Didn't do this for Ray.
They're doing it for her.
I mean, I don't know if Daisy really can even play the violin, to be honest with you. But still, the whole point is that
John Williams didn't come in and change the Force theme to be her own version of a Force theme.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, you know, apparently, and Ray's fucking God, apparently. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
apparently she's fucking
Disney loves fucking Daisy Ridley. You know what I'm saying? Again, no, it's not Daisy Ridley's fault for playing Ray. Disney kind of fucked her on that one. That fucking sucks. I mean, I love Daisy Ridley. I do. But goddamn, did they fuck her up in those movies? And it's a goddamn shame that they did that.
Sure is brother. Do it. Speaking with StarWars.com in March, the aforementioned, I don't know, Headland detailed ADHD brain, detailed if Star Wars is about the underdog versus the institution.
It was not ever
the
about
Jedi institution.
Well, I mean,
I told you it's going to be an allegory for fucking.
I know. I mean, yes, the original movie was about
the Jedis are the white people who came over from Europe to America and took the land. That's what the Jedi are in this show.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely one of those things where it's like, oh no, you know, we're trying to take part of, the base story of, the few versus the many. Well, here's a fun fact: the Sith have always been the fucking few. That's just what happened. Sorry.
Right.
The only time that there were ever thousands of Sith is no longer canonized, or actually, sorry, never was canonized because it's all expanded universe crap. So never existed. The only thing that we've ever known was the Sith were always in few in number because they're assholes to each other and they fucking kill each other because they're power hungry. That's all we ever got. Don't know what else to tell you.
I was so interested in a storyline where the Jedi were at the height of their power. And I don't mean the Phantom Menace, because at that point there's
not even the height either.
Because there's a Sith Lord in the Senate that they're not picking up on.
Yeah, because they're idiots, and they're so full of themselves. That's why.
Or maybe just fucking maybe he's so good at what he does that
it was a mixture, right?
He's great, but he can also use the Force to stop people from, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
And that old guy, no, he ain't fucking, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, I definitely get that too. But, it's one of the things where Palpatine obviously knew how to kind of cloak himself a little bit by spreading out his energy around multiple people. So it would hide him, so to speak. He definitely knew how to do that. It's a technique that's pretty well versed inside the EU. But on top of that too was the Jedi were so full of themselves because it's been so long since they were actually challenged that they didn't think that Sith would ever actually come back. That's also the other problem.
She continued, in the show, I wanted the Sith to be a thing I've heard of, but it's not a thing that you would ever consider you'd be interacting with. What? I wanted the Sith to be a thing I've heard of, but it's not a thing that you would ever consider you'd be interacting with. Is that English?
I don't think so.
I mean, I guess, but I think being a Sith is a lot easier to digest than fucking smoking meth, but...
All right, so I also want to take a look at this too.
Oh, yeah.
I thought this was pretty interesting. It's a pretty interesting concept if they do go with this. And it's still, I believe, if I remember correctly, it still goes into that play of Plagueis.
Okay, we'll see. So, to this end, Headland then asserted that the fundamental question at the core of the series story was, what went wrong? And if the bad guys are actually the underdog, it just seemed like a cool reversal. It's actually not a cool reversal because it's been happening for 5 to 6 years now where every villain is an underdog, misunderstood person, and the good people are usually the aggressors and whatever the fuck else. Yeah. So fucking stupid, dude. Because especially in a IP like Star Wars, the only thing that is right down the line is good and bad.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty obvious. You have people who are trying to help others and defend planets. You have others who are obviously murdering and taking over shit. So it's pretty cut and dry in Star Wars universe.
Right. There is no I could actually see it both ways kind of people.
Yeah. No, definitely not. I mean, well, we had the one dude from Last Jedi who's kind of like, the kind of smuggler that we kind of like expected everyone to be like, oh, you guys are the good guys? Nice, dude. Oh, you need help? I'll be there. Sure. Absolutely. Halfway through the mission, we get captured. What happened? I sold you out. Why? They paid better.
Yeah, but he was also someone they met in the back of a fucking casino where they were doing slave races.
Yeah, no, that's true too. Probably not the best place to pick up people.
Wasn't his nickname like the hacker or something? They were like, he's the hacker.
It actually wasn't him. He stole that pin off somebody else in that.
There you go.
The actual guy was like a very neatly well-dressed dude. He looked like a James Bond type, almost like literally James Bond, just thinner and younger.
It seems like he's
but they clearly missed him.
Let's see. Further, Stenberg herself previously hinted towards this narrative direction, recapping the series premise to C Magazine. Who the fuck these outlets are talking to? In February. In the context of the Star Wars universe, it's a time of great peace, theoretically. It's also a time of an institution, and it's a time in which conceptions around the Force are very strict.
All right. So I can break this down pretty simple, all right? It's a time of institution because the Jedi have literally had 900 years to build shit. It's a time concepts around the Force are very strict because there's only one fucking side. The Sith haven't been seen in almost 900 years at this point, according to the canon timeline we have.
Well, no, because this is 200 years before Phantom.
100
years before. Okay, yeah,
100 years before Phantom. But the last Sith was around like almost 900 years ago, so to speak.
Imagine calling something like Jedi who are training other people to be Jedis, which again, like we said earlier, are basically pacifists who are all about love and trying to do everything but fight, as like this institution. Like that word has a negative connotation to it.
Yeah.
You're using it in a bad way. What you're saying is like you wish there was more balance between good and so you could it's like, why wouldn't you want fucking a time of great peace?
Yeah.
You're coming at this show, writing it in a way where it's like, ugh, there's all this great peace and shit, but fuck, who wants that? Like, that's stupid. That's what your premise is. Anyway. And what I think we're trying to explore with our show is when an institution has a singular concept of power can be used, we try to provide a lot of different perspectives and answers to that question. The fuck does that mean?
I don't know. I just don't know anymore.
When an institution has a singular concept of power, of how power can be used, we try to provide a lot of different perspectives and answers to that question. The idea is to kind of honor the echoes of Star Wars and ideas around the Force and also challenge them. Then it's not echoes of the honor Star Wars, then is it? How can you echo honor to the Star Wars that come before you about the Force, but also challenge them? Then you can't do both. God damn, this bitch is fucking dumb. So yeah, that's
all right. So okay, all right. So the High Republic books. Let me see here.
Yeah, books.
Okay. So I'm trying to find like an actual answer.
To what?
To the spread of time between the High Republic books, the Acolyte, and then I already know episode 1's 100 years. So I'm trying to find how long in between the books and the Acolyte. I'm trying to see. Everything know about the High Republic. On the timeline. Let's see if we can do that. Quests, Light, and Trials of the Jedi. Yep. Star Wars, the High Republic, the High Republic. There's quite a few books in the High Republic, but because according to the actual canonized timeline that they released, you had Dawn of the Jedi, which is date unknown, which is going to be based on the very first Jedi, which should be around 25,000 BBY.
Right.
The Old Republic ends in 1000 BBY. The High Republic ends in 100 BBY, and then we have the Fall of the Jedi, which is the Phantom Menace to the Revenge of the Sith, and so on and so forth. So I'm trying to get how long between the High Republic books and the Acolyte is there, because that's going to be a very big thing to know is those dates apart. Because if they're around, let's say 400 years apart, or even 500 years apart from the books, when they were going into, this area is, the height of peace for the Jedi. It's not. It's the very tail end of the height of peace. The height of the peace was the beginning of the High Republic books, when they were constructing space stations every fucking system, because they are now going to be the galaxy's fucking police, because that's how bored they were.
Yeah. So that's the thing there. Like, so the height of the peace would have been like 300 years into it.
Right. That's what I'm saying. We're at the tail end.
Not 100 years before Phantom Menace.
We have literally like 80 years until Sidious actually gets elected into a seat in the Senate.
Right.
So like we're not even. I barely consider this High Republic era. Barely. It's fucking stupid.
Star Wars theories reveals the Acolyte's villain were secretly set up 12 years ago, and they're not Sith. Look pretty Sith to me, but...
So I actually like this, but I do have questions about it.
Okay. A new Star Wars theory suggests the villains of the Acolyte were set up 12 years ago in legends going beyond the true Dark Lords of the Sith. As established in trailers for the upcoming Acolyte series set 100 years before the Phantom Menace, a new threat is killing Jedi across the galaxy. However, the true culprits may not be the kind of Sith audiences are likely expecting will potentially be led to believe. In the Acolyte, Jedi Knights of the High Republic era are being slain by some new foe, with the top suspect being the former Padawan of an esteemed Jedi Master. A team of knights and their apprentices are assembled to investigate these murders. Although trailers have confirmed that this will bring these Jedis face to face with a helmeted and red lightsaber wielding villain, they may not be true Sith Lord. To that end, an intriguing theory based in legend suggests a different kind of Sith will be behind the Acolyte's murders.
Correct. So essentially, the premise is that the main villain of the show, the dude with the mask with all the fucking teeth on it, is primarily just an imposter, just to kind of stir the waters because they're tired of the Jedi. They are Force wielders, but they're tired of the Jedi's hold, and they want to fight against it, basically rebel against the Jedi. So they're using the tact of the Sith to hide and things like that to inspire fear, because that name is well known. It's the Sith. It's fearsome. They'll stay out of their way. And then the rumor has it that when they start getting found out and they start creating a ruckus, the actual Sith Lords behind the show will step in and murder the fuck out of them because they're causing too much of a ruckus, and they're going to expose their plan of getting into the Senate. Interesting concept to take. The issue again is which method are you going to use for getting your crystal red? You need to get a Kyber crystal, which at this time in the timeline is heavily guarded by the Jedi. Hence their fucking space stations in every fucking system. On top of that, again, going back to the color of the crystal, there's two ways you do this. Either A, bleeding the crystal, infusing it with so much dark energy that it bleeds it into red. Or we're just going to assume that the older canonized style, which is there's no such thing as red at all. There's no such thing as red. It's a fake crystal.
This is this fucking shit pisses me off so much. Let me ask you a question. Was Anakin a Jedi Master?
Not until almost the Ahsoka series.
Okay. Was Luke?
Not until after Return.
Okay. On screen, was Luke Skywalker?
No.
Okay. Is he a Jedi?
Yes.
Okay. It's almost as if you could be something without being knighted as this fucking main thing, right? You could be a Sith and not be a Sith Lord. You can be a Jedi and not be a Jedi Master.
Correct.
I think this
Absolutely
is
correct.
I think this is one of those things where they're trying to do to make something seem more interesting than it actually is. Because this is something we've already seen in Star Wars. Like I said, Luke Skywalker is not a Jedi Master, but he is a Jedi. That's what it is. So yeah, this person might not be a Sith Lord. They might not have fucking Darth before their fucking name, but they can still be a Sith because Sith is not just something you're knighted as; it's also a way of life.
Correct. It is just a way of life.
So
and also a race.
If you wear that helmet with teeth in it, and your lightsaber's red, and you kill Jedi, you know what I call you? I call you a fucking Sith.
Yeah, exactly. But again, it's one of those things where the theory is the true Sith actually hold that title. They actually are, a part of that belief and order. They've been studying these things from the ancient holocrons.
Why is he so
I don't know, but he's really sweaty though. But again, so besides the color crystal thing, because again, you have two ways to go about it. Either A, there's no such thing as red, and these are synthetic crystals. Like apparently Darth Vader has a synthetic crystal. According to George Lucas, there's no such thing as red. In the new canonized areas from the cartoons is you bleed the crystals, forcing the energy into it, causing it to bleed, turning it red. Right. Okay. My other gripe with this. In the trailer, there are so many fucking yellow lightsabers.
Yeah, there's a lot of yellow. In this picture, there's two.
Yeah. My problem
two yellow, two greens, and one blue.
Right. My problem with that is yellow is the color of a Jedi Sentinel. All right. The Jedi Sentinels are like our Delta Force. They do not happily go around waving the lightsaber around fucking willy-nilly and just fucking.
Before you continue, if anyone who watches this understand what you're saying, is color of lightsaber actually meant almost like a
class,
like a role.
Right.
Of
Inside
what you
the
did.
Jedi Order.
Yeah, what you did.
So blue is Jedi Guardian. You're more focused into combat teachings. So you're not going to focus more on like force meditation things like that. You're going to focus more on perfecting your
like
your
Anakin.
lightsaber form. Correct. Anakin and Obi-Wan both were more Jedi Guardians than anything because they were focused more into their form of lightsaber combat to perfect it to be better.
Right.
Which is why Anakin was so deadly going into Darth Vader, was because he did perfect his lightsaber form, and then going into Darth Vader, he perfected a Sith technique to make people afraid of him.
Right.
So he was just devastating. So you have Jedi Counselor, which is green, which is pretty much like Qui-Gon. They pretty much don't give a fuck about the Jedi at all. Their whole belief is the Force is my way. It's my God. That's it. I will listen to what that thing says, and that's it. So they're a lot more into meditation and feeling the Force and learning the will of the Force, and then moving through the galaxy like that. Which is why the Council hated Qui-Gon, on the low, because he was like that. And then you have yellow. Yellow is the Jedi Sentinel, which is more like the Delta Force of the Jedi Order. They get sent. Essentially, there's little to no records of whatever they did. They didn't report back. They just kind of scoured the galaxy and just helped wherever they could. They would hide in populations on planets and just wait for something to happen and then pop out. That's why Palpatine, and it's actually noted in quite a few books, that Palpatine's greatest fear was the Jedi Sentinels.
Right.
And that's canonized. That's actually in the actual books.
What is the purple? I pulled up lightsaber colors and meanings off to the side.
Purple originally was Mystic. So the Jedi Mystic focus into lightsaber combat and also the Force teachings, but they didn't stop at light. They also studied the dark side as well to have a knowledge of it and to kind of see what it feels like and to get to know it. So that way they know what it feels like to actually get it directed back at them.
What I pulled up here, it says purple is a Force user who occasionally uses abilities from the dark side of the Force without being engulfed by its darkness.
Correct.
All right, Mace, what are you doing over there? Got a little fucking spice?
Which is why Mace Windu was probably the strongest in the Jedi Order, next to Yoda. Which is why Mace went one-on-one with Palpatine and won. If it wasn't for fucking Anakin, he fucking won. Period. So, your mic's out.
Yeah, I'm talking to Mace.
Okay. Oh. But yeah, so that's my problem there.
I like the helmet. The helmet looks cool shit.
Yeah, the helmet looks great. Love the helmet. But again, the yellow lightsaber shit, they're really not supposed to be there unless they were kind of all on the planet already. Because Sentinels are typically just roundabouts. They're kind of wandering at all times. They don't really get drugged into anything because they're doing shit a little more important, typically.
And a Jedi had any other fucking color clothes, dude.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know if you noticed that dude right there, the closest to the left. Look at his fingers. How much closer are your fingers, my guy?
Trigger.
You are a hair away from losing that fucking pointer finger, my dude.
Who the fuck holds a lightsaber like this?
Like that high up. That's fucking nuts, my guy.
I'm ready.
But again, you have the dude all the way to the far right taking more of a Qui-Gon stance, and the rest are pretty normal with just a lightsaber pointed forward.
Yeah, and that guy taking that stance over here.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Qui-Gon over there. Yeah, yep, yellow. But again, so Sentinels are very, very, very hard to come by. So I'm amazed that we got 2 for the shop.
We have more than that.
Yeah. There's quite a few.
Frame of the trailer.
Hold on, I gotta try cake.
Cake.
Yeah.
How much cake you fucking eating over the last 2 weeks, dude?
Fuck you, my guy.
Hey, well, fuck you. All right, no, it's fair. A little rude. Hold on, I'm gonna pull up the Acolyte trailer with no audio, so we don't get fucking sued. Because Disney's fucking crazy like that. 3 weeks ago. 2 days ago? Dude, they're coming out with clips every day. Look at this. Can you see this here? 3 days ago. 2 days ago. Like, what the fuck? Anyway. Try and get to a... Oh, look, it's him. It's that guy. Oh, is that the whip?
If you want.
I'm sorry. But that fucking whip. Watch fuck. I want to do that now. I want to take that clip of the whip coming out and just loop it. And it's like, now watch me whip. Now watch me nooning. I muted the audio. I'm going to slow this bitch down.
All right, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Let's do this. So, is this purple? Was that purple?
Oh,
That's purple. That's a whip. Oh,
I
fuck.
sped it up.
Yeah, you did. Point. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
All right. So that's not really a whip per se. So, okay, hold on. My first initial thought was when I first seen that trailer, I didn't catch that it was actually a lightsaber first. It's a stick that can extend and become elastic, but it's light.
Right.
So
you're on the same wavelength with me.
So the original design from the EU was
a whip.
Was an actual whip, but it had
always
things
a whip.
on the whip. Yeah, but it had the things. It had like I don't know what they call them, but some kind of sensors of some sort to hold the light within the whip.
Right. Yeah.
So when you activate it, it's a real whip. Like you could not activate this whip someone and be like, fuck you, bitch.
It was a whip. You couldn't just hit a button and become fucking erect and be a lightsaber.
Right.
It was a whip.
No. It was an actual whip, and then you press a button, and then the whip itself fills with the actual light to make it a lightsaber style.
So
this dude has a lightsaber that just becomes a fucking wacky inflatable arm guy.
Not dude, woman. Leslie Headland's wife is playing this character.
Sorry. I don't know. Well, hey, we probably should have made the alien look a little more feminine.
Yeah. Leslie Headland gave her wife
I don't fucking know.
a purple whip lightsaber. So this is my problem with it. Now we're on the same wavelength, but as usual, I'll go a little bit further.
Yeah.
If I can have a lightsaber that can turn into a whip at a hit of a button, why the fuck are there no Jedis walking around with 15 fucking foot lightsabers by a hit of a button? Why not 20-foot lightsabers? Let's just fucking shoom, and I'm coming at you with a fucking skyscraper of a lightsaber, because why not? It can be a whip.
Yeah.
It can extend. Maybe I have a 15-foot lightsaber come at me, because it's fucking stupid. It has to be one or the other, but
Yeah.
they have their cake and eat it.
So again, really, really slow.
I'll really slow it down now.
Right there, yeah. Ignites, swinging around for no reason. That was a fucking stick.
It's a stick first into.
But the way that it kind of extends it doesn't look right. Like there's something about it just like. Dude, it didn't look right. Like it's just a stick, right? And then as she's coming up, it's like I don't know what happened to it.
It comes out as a hard dick, and then it sees the girl, and then it becomes all fucking floppy.
Yeah, dude.
I don't mean to be that guy, but when I see this woman's forehead, I can only think about that fucking
the little thing,
the metal ball mazes.
Yeah,
inside the little. That's all I can think of.
That's all I can see now. Thanks.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm sure you're a great lady. So,
but watch right there. See how just randomly becomes elastic?
What's it hitting?
But only at the very tip.
Does she kill a bird or something? Like, what the fuck is that?
She probably
red explode. Is it just a whip in the air?
I can't tell you. We
got a Wookiee.
Yeah, the Wookiee Jedi. So the premise behind that,
a Jedi.
Correct, because the whole premise is the Sith have they've snuck their way into the Jedi Order and the Senate since fucking when, my guy?
What the fuck?
And no one knew at all.
What are you doing over here?
It's not like the Jedi fucking monitor transmissions out of the fucking temple.
Yeah.
Who the fuck you talking to?
What is this? Hello, guy.
Just staring at a wall. My guy, what is that?
He's staring at a fucking rock.
I found a caterpillar.
What are you doing? You almost got your fucking ear taken off.
What are the odds?
Watch how close this thing comes to this dude's or woman's head. Good fucking Jesus. And then it turns like, what was it? What?
Yeah, of course the guys are gonna be really, really dumbed down here besides the Asian dude, because he's already a minority.
God, you look old as fuck.
It's because she is. Don't worry, she's very proficient in Force Fu.
Where the fuck did they come from? Oh, up the sleeve. Okay, I see.
Yeah, Palpatine style. Again, yellow lightsaber.
That's the main guy from
Yeah,
the article.
but
He was the.
but
sweaty
again,
guy.
a sentinel is usually not found. But say right here, it wasn't me. I promise.
Right.
So that means you knew you had a sister. You didn't say a word. You knew
Or
she was
maybe this is
at
later in
least
the
fucking
show.
off. What?
Maybe it's later in the show.
I don't know.
Didn't do it. Please believe me.
No one believes you because no one cares.
Is
Do it. Please believe.
Pull it.
they take it off?
I didn't do it.
Yeah. So originally, when you pulled up the closed caption, it actually would say their names. And when she says, "Please believe me," the name was different than the
Nice.
Sith version of her.
Right.
So people are like, "Oh, she has a twin." It's like, first off, I've known that she's had a twin in the show since the fucking show was announced because I follow a whole bunch of people that tell me the truth.
Yeah. Yeah. But again,
Why does Yoda sound like Kevin from The Office pretending to talk like Yoda? Wait, Yoda talks in this?
A great disturbance in the Force.
That's Yoda?
that's fucking Yoda. God damn it. Again, the need to have
A
something from the
great
original
disturbance
trilogy.
in the Force, I sense.
That's
Yeah, that's
who
Yoda.
the fuck is that talking?
That's 100 years younger Yoda.
Bitch.
Clouded the future becomes. A great disturbance in the Force, I sense. Careful.
It sounds like fucking
Yoda's the reason why the
Herman's
Jedi.
dad.
Literally, Yoda's the reason why the Jedi get fucked.
Star Wars now looks like an expensive Star Wars fanfic.
No shit.
It's kind of funny.
Yep,
It's
but
kinda
again,
fucking accurate.
Yoda's the reason why the Jedi get fucked in the first place. Absolutely, because he changes a lot of the rules from the actual original Jedi, and they get fucked for it. So, good on you.
Get on you.
Again, we have to have a connection to the original trilogy. What's our connection? We have Yoda. Because we can't go too far back without having some kind of connection, because then people wouldn't feel connected to the show for some reason, as if the fans wouldn't want anything further than fucking 80 years.
I was going to send you a video today. It's this YouTuber I watch all the time. His name is Mauler. He breaks down movies and shit like that. He breaks down every frame of every movie with his friends. It's kind of funny because their show is called EFAP,
Yeah.
but it stands for every frame of pause. I think it's always funny because it sounds sexual. But I was watching a video today he was doing because it got recommended to me. I didn't see it before, of him breaking down Dr. Strange's mom.
Oh God, yeah.
It's 5 hours and 50 minutes.
Holy
And I say this dude breaks down every frame. So like when he says a movie shit, I go, I believe you.
I believe you, kind sir. I believe you.
All right, let's get into fucking just more nonsense. Like,
Yeah, but I mean, it's all fucking nonsense, to be honest with you. It's all bullshit
course
and
it is.
bad for you.
all right, George, calm down.
It's true though.
Marvel's Wolverine. That's a game, by the way, everybody. Marvel's Wolverine's a game that's coming out fucking hopefully never. Associate narrative director. The fuck does that even mean? What kind of job is that? How
So,
can you be an
yeah.
associate narrative director? That's what you have a
Because-
fucking director for.
Right, but she's 2 levels below the director.
3 in my book.
Facts.
There's a director, there's an assistant director, and there's a producer. And then there's this bitch.
Who's underneath the desk, which makes her under the producer.
Yeah. Mary Kenny? I'm just
Kenny,
calling
yep.
Mary. Yeah, whatever. Says,
Mary.
every lever must be pulled to push disordered LGBTQ plus agenda. She looks like a ball of fucking fun.
Yeah, she does.
Here's a part of that game for Wolverine. See, it says so. I don't lie to you. Insomniac Games, by the way.
Oh God, here we go again.
First one of these, amazing.
Yep,
Miles Morales
absolutely.
was great, and then
Yep,
Spider-Man
love
2
that.
happens, and yeah, they just fucking hate Peter Parker.
Yeah.
So
For
speaking
what
with
reason? We have no idea.
he's a white dude. Speaking with dual shockers about a recent GLAAD report, the lack of LGBTQ plus characters in video games, Mary described the report as heartbreaking. I guess. I don't know.
No one's asking for it. No one cares, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
We just
If
want to
it's
play our
not
games.
heartbreaking, but my thing is this: if it's that heartbreaking for you, make more games that have LGBTQ plus fucking characters in it. But I don't see the need to change or force it into. And here's the thing: you want to know why the reason they won't make their own games and shit like that is because they know no one wants it and no one's going to buy it. So they have to force it into big IPs and titles in order to get their shit into things. Because otherwise, if they said, fine, we'll make our own shit, it will never get off the ground. No one would ever buy it. That's
again, you can solve this very, very easily. All right. If you're that concerned with, that community not being very represented in the gaming community, how about this? Make games where you can just make your own character.
That's fucking wild.
Solves everything.
I don't like the way you're talking right now.
I mean, it's kind of the way of the road at this point.
You're being fucking wild is what you're doing. I don't like it. So, she also stated that the GLAAD report tells us something key. Games are a way for LGBTQ people to socialize. It's a way for everyone to socialize. Literally for the last 50 years. I don't understand what that.
So it's
just not socialize in any they can't socialize on like
anywhere else. Nope, absolutely not. You can't call anybody, can't text, can't social media, Snapchat, Grindr, you name it, doesn't matter. It's not socializing. You can't be anywhere. It has to be done over GTA sticks.
And you can't socialize on Grindr, you're not doing it right.
Yeah, no, you can't do it. No, not according to this chick. You cannot do it. It's only in this video game or video games like it. Yikes.
But it also tells us something heartbreaking, that LGBTQ gamers don't feel that the developers are thinking of them when they design games. Because you know what? Here's something that's crazy. They're not.
Yeah, they're thinking of the character of the fucking game.
If I'm making I'll use this, a Wolverine game, right? Bob, right? I'm making Wolverine.
What I'm thinking about.
I'm not going, okay, but how would the LGBTQ plus members feel about this game, and how should I put them in this game? No, I'm thinking, all right, how the fuck am I going to find cool ways to kill people as Wolverine?
Yep, pretty much. That's pretty much how that's going to go.
Sorry if that's not too fucking in depth for you as thinking, but that's what I do.
Literally what it is, because you have to get creative with that shit, or else people are going to be like, this is dumb, this is boring.
Yeah, you can also read Sweet Baby Inc. CEO and co-founder Kim Belair compares white male gamers to picky babies. All right, cool.
I mean, sure, why not?
Just
white dudes. Just throw it in the pot.
Just white dudes, though, not anybody else. Mary added, there are so many LGBTQ developers. Then what are they doing? Why are they dragging their feet then? It's their fault.
Yeah. Why is it
And we want what players want. Obviously you don't, because if you got down to nitty gritty, you would find out no one gives a fuck what you are in the game. They just want to have a good game. This is why games suck. This is what they're thinking about when they're making this game, and not, hey, is the game good?
Yeah, sadly they're never gonna think like that.
Not anymore. To design experiences that tell the player we're here, we're important, and we belong. Why the fuck does that matter? How are you going to play a Wolverine game and be like, you know what? Great game. It didn't tell my experience, and it didn't let me know that we were here and we were important and we belonged. Motherfucker, it's not called the U game. It's the Wolverine game. He's a Canadian 5'9" angry white dude. That's what it is.
No, it's true.
I'm not Canadian. I guess I can't play because I can't see myself from my experience. I'm going to kill people with this Wolverine.
You can't, dude. Sorry.
All right. In order to obtain this, she declared, we need to pull every lever we have. Characters, community, support, mechanics? You have gay mechanics?
Yeah. I don't know if you knew about that, but we got him. All right? We got him.
What? And what exactly could
you add? Fights, dude? In boss fights, dildos coming right at you. Just right, the dildos right at you. All of them.
Please, Mary, go on about your LGBTQ plus mechanics in games that are different than everything else. Please explain.
Explain that really, really quick. I would love to hear it. And by the way, just for Googles, you can't use the letter I.
And this one here also, that's not a real lever to pull. Characters community support doesn't support fall into community.
Yes, it does.
Okay. Just fucking expanding shit because you don't really have anybody on your side. Okay.
Pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
This is the opposite of what video game developers should be doing. I agree. Instead of attempting to normalize and lead people to objectively disordered lifestyles, they should be promoting the common good. Oh, here comes this fucking guy again. The common good is defined by of the Catholic Church as the sum of
Jesus Christ.
total of social conditions which allow people either. Everyone's fucking putting their fucking. It's like
is this Reverend? Is this Reverend just writing reviews all the time?
I feel like people nowadays that are jumping in on these video games topics are like that fucking dude from Scary Movie 2, like my germs. You know, but he's just like, dude, shut the fuck up. No one cares about your fucking church.
I'm thinking you're right at this point because my God, this church shit's getting out of hand.
No, but like everyone's trying to put their hand in the mashed potatoes. Like, dude,
yeah,
why the fuck are you here, LGBTQ plus? Like, who? And then here comes the Catholic Church. Like, I'm like, who the fuck? Why are you here? Can I make a game?
No, apparently not. I need the Catholic Church because Catholicism.
Oh, hold on, what the? Now we're talking about Pope John Paul.
Oh God, damn, we went far that rabbit hole.
Get here.
Jesus, I feel like we probably should have brought Trinity with us.
The sum total of social conditions which allow people, either as groups or individuals, to reach their fulfillment more fully and more easily. Furthermore, Pope John Paul II detailed that the common good is not simply the sum total of particular interests, rather it involves an assessment and integration of those interests on the basis of a balanced hierarchy of values. Jesus Christ. Ultimately, it demands a correct understanding of the dignity and the rights of the person. Who gives a fuck what Pope John Paul II thinks? Isn't he dead?
He is dead.
What the fuck do we care?
I'm pretty sure there's a
no
third.
offense, Pope, but aren't you the one that was hiding all your sins on the Catholic Church?
Oh, yeah. All of them do, to be honest with you.
How quickly we forget about the sins of the Catholic Church.
Careful
there. This photo's from 1985.
Yeah, he's definitely dead. he's definitely well gone.
Jesus is here now. The good Lord's here. Talking about video games. Promoting LGBTQ agenda in video games is against the common good.
It's really not.
Basing itself on sacred scripture. First off,
hey, I'm watching.
The Bible's not sacred scripture because the Vatican, which this guy at one point was being a part of, edited the Bible a lot. Took things out of the Bible. So the Bible we have today, the King James Version, is not the full Bible. It's been edited and taken out. So it can't be sacred if you can edit it. If it was sacred, you wouldn't touch it. My thoughts.
No, I probably still touch it.
If it's
but
sacred,
then again, I'm an asshole.
You can't edit it. Then it's not sacred no more. It was sacred, then you fucked it up with your little paws.
Yeah, but
my germs.
Probably what I would do, to be honest with you. I don't see myself not being able to hold back. Like, don't touch that. Yeah, I definitely do it. It's me.
Knock it off.
I'm also that guy. Like, this is a cursed object. Where?
All right, let's fucking get past Jesus here.
Yeah. Are we still? I think. Oh wait, I see Sweet Baby Ink down there.
Where are we at?
In a 12 post thread to X. Kenny attempted up a little bit. Yep, right there. So, yep, right there.
Oh, here we go.
Yep. So let me see here. So in a 12 post thread to X, Kenny attempted to justify and defend Sweet Baby Ink's pushing of woke ideology into video games. She wrote, "Some of you don't seem to understand how narrative consulting on games work, but don't worry, I do." No, she doesn't.
Fuck you.
No, she doesn't. Yes, this is about Sweet Baby, because I've worked with that team and they're one of the finest in the biz.
Oh, look at that.
Man.
Ugh. I wonder why you would defend them.
Yeah,
it's because you
probably work for them. Either work for them or with them. One or the other.
Conflict of interest, I would say.
I would definitely say.
Wait, what's this now? Associate narrative designer. What the fuck are these job titles?
They have a lot of associate people.
How are you an associate narrative designer?
Sounds like a lot of things we can start cutting off to save some money.
Working on Marvel's Black Panther admits to being a racist while accusing gamers of racism and saying you can't be racist to white people. There's
a lot of shit going on. Just a lot of shit going on around here. That's probably old news though. Oh God.
Oh God, this guy
Asmongold. Oh, here we go again.
Is going against Asmongold by saying that it's not woke stuff and we're just babies about it all. Okay, okay. It starts with dev team has an idea. Wrong. Maybe they already have an outline of their story and a core gameplay loop.
Nope.
Wrong. Maybe they got a whole script. Wrong. And a playable build. Wrong. Either way, something is missing. No, this is not how it starts. It doesn't start with
common fucking sense
with
and
an idea.
And an actual desire to create a decent game for people to enjoy. That's what's missing.
No. So what happens in video games is not a dev team that comes up with an idea.
Correct.
No. It's a whole group of people, dev team included, that come up with the theme of the idea, because usually these games are already existing IP, right? It's not like somebody inside Call of Duty is like, I got a great idea for a brand new game. No, it's like they're doing Black Ops 6. They're skipping 5. I don't know if you've seen this. This was recently announced.
Yeah, I saw that. Why are we skipping 5?
Who gives a fuck? So but you can't, it says it starts with an idea, and then they also say, well, maybe they have a whole script. That's not an idea.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not an idea. So typically, just like movies, video games work the same way. It's a small group of people going to a company going, hey, imagine it. A world like this. One person doing this thing. And they just pitch it very, very, very broad. They're not going to have a lot of specifications. There's going to be a lot of broad statements. And if they really enjoy it, cool, we'll start collabing on it. We'll start working together and kind of flesh out the world, the story, kind of see how we go. And that's where it starts. It's called world building.
Exactly. A playable build as an idea? Are you fucking out of your mind? No person in the world is going to slave over a playable build, over an idea that could completely get... First off, I would fire you. If you're wasting your time in my studio and you come to me after months of like, what the fuck's this person doing? And then they come to me, hey, I got an idea for a game. I had this playable build. Are you fuck? You know how much money I just spent on this playable build that I'm not going to use?
Yeah.
Not going to happen. Could be any number of things. So you don't know then, do you?
Apparently not. If
a person who knows wouldn't say shit like maybe.
Yeah.
A character feels underbaked. They are underbaked. If it's an idea, you dumb bitch. Maybe a whole faction. What do you mean? What are you talking about? A whole faction of what?
I don't know. People who share the same ideology. I don't fucking know.
The backstory of a map has weak sauce world building.
Hold on. The backstory of a map?
What are you talking about a map for?
A backstory of a map doesn't even make sense. Do you mean a backside of the map?
Backstory of a map. So basically, I think what she's trying to say is like the story elements of the level that you're on. Like what? Okay,
yeah, but like, there's a better way to say that.
Yeah, it's not the backstory of a map. It's the story progression of the level. But whatever.
World building.
Yeah, has weak sauce world building, and no one on the team has time to do the research and brainstorm. Actually, you do have time to do that brainstorm research, and it's during that time you spend doing all this bullshit.
It's during the time of when you're being paid to do research.
Yeah, all this shit here that you're doing with this new idea and playable build and fucking maybe having a script or not. That's why your character feels underbaked because you're not doing fucking research.
Yeah, you're not doing your actual job to actually to the company. You're off doing some other shit in fucking La La Land.
Listen how she ends it. And no one on the team has time to do the research and brainstorming to make it cool. I'm not looking for cool, Mary. I'm looking for good games. Maybe the dev team has gotten a ton of notes from publishers and execs on things they aren't working in the game. Let me tell you something right now. There is no exec in a fucking video game maybe a handful that's fucking working on, that's playing in the game, the build you're making, and going, oh, hey, here's my notes of the glitches and bugs I found in your game. Ain't fucking happening.
The only two that I know, they're both from Square Enix.
Yeah, so I said a very small handful. It ain't fucking happening.
You know what I mean? Like Yoshi P for Final Fantasy XIV Online was absolutely playing it every day to make sure it was the Realm Reborn was being made correctly, because the original Final Fantasy XIV fucking sucked. So he personally played it a lot to make sure it was going the way that he wanted it to go. And then the game designer or the lead the lead head of Final Fantasy 16's the single player game played it very often and was like, no, we probably shouldn't do that.
Right. I want everyone to pay attention. Miss Paige, you gotta pay attention to. I want everyone to pay attention to what this dumb bitch just said in this fucking tweet, because she's fucking stupid. Maybe the notes are all internal. That's where notes come from, you dumb bitch. How the fuck can you get notes from outside of the workplace? No one else knows what you're working on.
Right.
All the notes would be internal.
That's why they're called notes, because it's stuff that people
Who else
have
give you notes
actually
on this idea you're making that no one else knows about?
Right. It literally cannot exist without other people writing shit down, which, by the way, we call them notes.
She's waiting for a fucking fairy godmother to fucking come fix her. Here you go, sweetie. Boom. Your game's better now. Like, no, all the notes are coming down are internal because the team knows something is wrong, but not to how to identify or fix it. Why don't they know how to identify or fix it? How can you say the team doesn't know how to identify it, but they're giving you notes about the things that aren't working in the game?
Yeah. So which one is it? Can they not identify it, or are they giving you notes, or both? But you're going to start talking about this a little bit more.
Well, that's true. Miss Page said they don't hire anyone with talent, so they probably wouldn't know how to fix shit.
That's true too.
That's right.
Like my IT team.
Yeah, like your IT team, for fucking sure. Wherever you are in development and wherever the notes are coming from, they're coming from the inside. They're coming from your phone.
I don't understand if this person I don't know if she understands how a workplace is supposed to work. But typically when you have a group of people that are in different groups working together, you have to leave notes so the other people know what you're doing, so they don't fuck up what you're trying to achieve.
Dude, I can't wait to finish this little fucking tweet sheet. And this is the shit I'm talking about. Wherever you are in development and wherever the notes are coming from, they're coming from inside the house. The problem is the same. Something's wrong and the team can't figure out how to fix it. That's when you call Sweet Baby. Are you out of your fucking mind? You're calling Sweet Baby Inc., who is a consulting group of how to consult you on how to put more LGBT DEI shit in your games to fix your fucking... Are you out of your mind?
Yeah. You are... I mean, this already screams of you put this out to try to convince people that you need an excuse to call Sweet Baby.
Yeah, it sounds like you're all really close friends.
Yeah, and you're like, hey, we have a game.
You're fucking up on purpose and be like, well, I don't know how to fix it, but you know who does? My girl Kim.
Yeah.
Oh, she continues. Fuck.
Oh, great.
The next part is key. Nonsense. Because the first 12 parts weren't, apparently. Because some of you seem really confused. No, bitch, you are really confused.
Severely. I don't think you understand how workplace works anyway.
No, she doesn't know where notes come from. Narrative consultants do not get final say. Then why do you call them if you can't fix your game? What the fuck? What are you talking about?
Oh, I promise you can't make this shit up.
Then why are you calling them?
You can't make it up. So if you have a problem, apparently you have such an aspect of a problem that you and your devs cannot fix. So you call Sweet Baby Inc. And what you're telling us is that after they say, by the way, this is how you fix it. This is how you add some of our stuff into your game.
They would say this is how we would fix it.
And then you go, yeah. Well, you know what? We're not going to go that route, but
I appreciate
your input. Thanks for calling.
Why the fuck?
No, you motherfucker. You're gonna listen to him and go, you're right. We should do that. I appreciate it, and then hang up the phone.
Okay, let's start back over again. The next part is key because some of you seem really confused. Narrative consultants do not get final say, and they don't override the core dead team and leads. Then why are you calling them? That's like calling somebody for advice, but you already made up your mind.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like,
Oh, I know.
that's like me calling you, like, hey, man, I was really thinking about pizza, but kind of thinking about Chinese. Which one do you think I would do? I'll probably do Chinese. I already ordered the pizza. Why the fuck did you call me?
Yeah. Hey man, I was calling you because I was gonna unalive myself tonight. Well, don't do it. Well, this is a recording.
Ah, shit.
I'm dead already.
Damn.
Like fuck. All right. They consult. They do research, pitch ideas, give feedback, and maybe even write scripts. That's not consulting.
No, that's designing your
That's
fucking
designing
game.
a game. But none of that gets into the game unless the core dev team agrees. So basically, what consulting groups are is they come in and finish unfinished games, and then you go, I like it. Or you go, I don't like it. And they, wow, my God.
But of course, they're going to love it because that's why they're there. They hired them to do that. A consulting firm that redesigns games. That's quite interesting. Quite interesting indeed. It kind of begs the question of why a consulting firm has game devs.
Isn't it funny how this
Weird.
lines up right here? With this right here, and then it says you can also read Sweet Baby Inc. reveals dev team behind Shadow Game, but the Cursed Crew shuts down.
Yikes.
This is one they help fucking close. Sweet Baby is not, nor is any consulting group coming in to wreck games. They're helping to smooth out plots and deepen characters. They erase the burden on the core narrative team. How the fuck is it a burden on the core narrative team if it's your fucking game? It's your job to do this. You weren't plucked off the fucking streets and say, make me a fucking game, bitch. This is your job.
Make a game or you die.
So this is how they view games. It's a burden on me to make this game for these fucking gamers that I hate. So I'll hire somebody to consult, aka write fucking the rest of my shit, and I'll just do what they say because it's already been done and I don't feel like changing it.
Correct. And it's a cheap, easy way to make some money, push it out. Oh no, people don't like it, but you already spent the money and you played 2 hours, so you can't get refunds.
And even and if the dev team disagrees with them on something, question mark, the dev team doesn't take the note. It's really that simple. Then why are you calling them? So no, Sweet Baby Inc. did not kill your game. Of course, they had nothing to do with the layoffs. Duh. They gave notes, pitches, advice, and research. The studio made the final call on what went in the game. If you have beef, it's with us. Keep it with us.
No.
I have problems with both of y'all.
All right, but again, you're changing up what they do for a game every time you mention this shit.
Yeah.
It changes every time. So again, you're calling a consulting firm, but they're giving you pitches and scripts.
Yeah, well, let's go. What did she say? Let's go back up to. They consult. They do research, pitch ideas, give feedback, and maybe even write scripts. Is what
writing scripts is part of game design.
So is research. So is pitch ideas. So is giving feedback.
So again, what do you mean they don't do anything? They literally help design your game. Again, it's kind of weird for a consulting company to have fucking game devs that can help design a game.
Do you want to?
Or storyboard teams for that fucking matter.
Right. A consulting group, if they're a real one, this is how you would do it. You would hire somebody as a consulting group, right? So because, hey, so what's your game? I'm like, hey, I'm making a Star Wars game. I'm really busy with this shit. I need you to do some research for me on this matter, and that's it. And come back and give me what you find, and then I can take that and put it into my game how I see fit to go with my story. That's what a consulting firm should be. Right. Something like that, something easy. They're not going to come in and give me ideas or fucking pitch me ideas or write my scripts or fucking do my research or fucking give me notes. Get the fuck out of here. I need you to do one thing because I'm too busy to do it. I need to add to my game. That's it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or hire more people, but you keep laying them off because you have consulting groups. That's why people are getting laid off. So they do have some with layoffs because if they can just hire Sweet Baby Inc. to come in and do all the shit that Sweet Baby does is the work of like 20 people. But Sweet Baby's like 10. And they have a set price. Like, hey, for $5,000, I'll come in and do all that. Okay, cool shit. I was paying this dude fucking $100,000 a year. Why the fuck would I pay that guy $100,000 a year when I could pay you $5,000? or 10 grand, whatever the fuck it is.
I mean, again, it's just more and more stupid shit.
This is the best part. This is why I love this website.
Right, here we go.
All of this was a great lie. Sweet Baby Inc. CEO Kim Belair admitted in 2019 that she and her company were opposed to diversifying a game with a Frenchman and advocated for a person of color character instead.
Weird, but you don't have anything to do with game design.
Yeah. Oh, and also you don't. I thought they didn't have final say.
Yeah, kind of weird.
Kind of seems final to me when you change a whole character. During a presentation at the Game Developers Conference, she said, I once worked on a project where they had an all-white cast where they expressed their desire. Okay, we need to mix it up a bit. How about this character's like stereotypically French? So they have a beret, and they have a striped shirt. And I was like, okay, if you need to do that, can we at least make them a person of color? Why? Why does that matter to you? Why does that matter to you?
I really do.
And here's my other question that no one seems to can answer me: aren't French people of color? They're not white.
Yeah. I mean, technically, yeah, because they are olive.
They're French.
Yeah, I mean,
they're not white people, are they? Where's the line? Or Italian?
Well, they are considered, I think, Eastern European or some shit like that. I don't fucking know. Listen, I'm starting out there at this point.
Hey,
I don't really know.
Are Italians white?
I mean, yes, they are. Yeah.
Are Italians? No, to me, they're not. Italians are more Spanish than fucking white.
That's true. That's a fair statement.
Jesus. Are Germans white? Yeah. Oh, I get it because that one guy with the funny mustache, right? So every group that had a bad, they even that same bitch Kim Belair says she sees white Asians as white adjacent. So now Asians are white.
Damn, dude, yo, they're already a minority, Mike. Man, let's just leave those. Let's just leave them alone, all right?
And they have their own color. What she say? Okay. And they said, "Oh no, that would be weird. They're already French." Thank you. So here's our French studios telling Kim Belair, "No, I'm not going to make them a person of color because they're already French. You dumb bitch."
I fucking hate people. I just hate people. This is what it is. This is what I've lived by for the last 10 years. I just hate people.
I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna explain this to everybody.
Hate people.
When people say white, they mean two groups of people: American, fair-skinned Americans, and people from fucking London. That's what they mean. Yeah, everybody else who has fair skin are not white.
Goddamn Britain.
Because that would mean that fucking are Southern Africans white?
Look, I don't know, man.
But are Southern Africans white?
I don't know.
Like the band Seethers from South Africa, are they white? Are they African?
I mean, they're technically African.
More African than African Americans.
True.
Right.
Since being born there. I mean, it's a factual statement. It's literally, where they're born. But hey,
I don't see French people as white, and that's not like I'm not like gatekeeping the whiteness. I'm just saying like they're just not white.
The whiteness. The whiteness.
I need some sun.
You're out in this fucking sun too goddamn much.
Yeah,
I'm the one that needs fucking sun. I literally work through the night.
Look, this is where
5 days a week.
This is my color right here. This is where I get most of my color right here. Nice.
There we go. Yeah, now we can see Micah a little bit better now. I got my light on.
Dumb. No, that would be weird. They're already French. So I want to do better than this, she asserted. Go fuck yourself.
What do you mean?
Oh, look at this. Read this article. Sweet Baby Inc. CEO Kim Belair admits she wanted to take over the video game industry. Great. In the same presentation, Belair admitted the company does indeed work to censor games through sensitivity reading. Oh, really? That's weird. She said, we need sensitivity readers. What the f***? These jobs. We need risk assessment. And these are like, again, input. I'm going to try to read this again like a Valley girl. Like, we need sensitivity readers. We need risk assessment. And these are like, again, important like services that I literally like list on every PDF.
Love it, dude. Great job.
That I send out to be like, hey, I can do risk assessment and sensitivity reading. And I write back like, shut the fuck up. Is that sensitive for you?
Is that sensitive for you?
And the silver bullet to Mary's narrative is how Belair described working with video game developers in that game developers conference presentation. She said, and get this, if you're creative working in AAA, which I did for many years, no one cares, put this stuff up to your higher ups. And if they don't see the value and what you're asking for when you ask for consultants, when you ask for research, Jesus, English lady, go have a coffee with your marketing team and just terrify them with the possibility of what's going to happen if they don't give you what you want.
Oh, great, dude! Call for violence. Oh, something we've never seen before.
Oh no, no, they don't do violence. They're pussies. They're going to tweet about it and force you publicly to do this. But that's her advice to you. If you're an activist working for AAA titles and you feel like your voice isn't being heard, go have a coffee with your fucking marketing team, again, social media, and just terrify them with the possibility of what's going to happen if they don't give you what you want. Because they have to consider, I say that out loud as a joke, but it's actually very, very true. Because if you start to consider the people who are player and audience facing you and have to deal with mitigating harm and with keeping the sentiment around their game and their project positive, there's like a genuine value that you could impress upon them ethically and financially. You could say, this is important, she said. Belair continues on. It's also a valid discussion to have because if you're working with a thin narrative budget and you work in AAA, well, if you work in AAA, it's not going to be that thin now, is it? I think you'll be pleasantly surprised or dismayed by the amount of money that marketing can give you.
Fucking Jesus Christ.
Mary Kenny has an evil agenda and she's willing to lie to spread it.
No shit.
Of this bullshit.
Jesus Christ, I'm so tired of the fucking Sweet Babying shit.
Well, it's going to get worse. Oh,
I know. It's going to get a lot worse.
I pulled this up for you because you. This is Black Ops 6. Jesus Christ. That's right. I was born November 27, 1988. What of it? You want to fight about it?
Shoot.
The truth lies, and then it's the face mask over, Mount Rushmore. So with that being your opening to Black Ops 6, with the truth lies over, the founding fathers and others, I can only imagine what your message of this game will be.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, this is gonna be Jesus Christ.
Why is it 6 though?
What happened to 5? Is there an explanation?
What happened?
Why is
Black Ops 5?
There's no Black Ops 5.
After the project was reassigned, the data mine information about BO5 was removed. The exact reason behind this decision remains a mystery. As a result, there is no BO5. Instead, Black Ops Cold War was released in 2020. Oh, so that's
Cold War was
Black Ops Cold War is 5.
It's weird. I didn't really consider Cold War to be a Black Ops game. I kind of threw
Black
it
Ops
in
Cold War.
I know, but I kind of threw it in some category still.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, because
Black Ops seems like an overarching. It's almost like Infinity War or Infinity War, Modern Warfare.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I'm like, but
yeah,
like World at War was great. Like, why couldn't we just do that instead of Cold War? Because no one really cared about the Cold War.
God, because you always just want what you want, like fuck you.
Well, apparently, what I want makes me happier. So, fuck them.
That's true too. The last thing that we have that we can go over that can make us laugh at the end at least?
At least, because the rest of all this has just been bullshit.
I mean, it's still bullshit, but
But if
Unreal
you're
Engine
telling me-
coding standards require video game studios to use inclusive language and programming and documentation.
I fucking hate people. This is it. This is where we're at now. Me hating people even further because of this stupid shit.
Improving that identity politics have quite literally seeped into every DNA of video games. Epic Games has taken to encouraging developers
Epic Games,
who use their popular Unreal Engine to employ inclusive language in their respective titles, programming codes. No one's going to see your programming codes.
Nobody cares.
No one cares. Okay, so
Nobody.
first added to the engine's official coding standards with April 2022 release of the tool's 5th version, and recently brought to courtesy. Is that courtesy?
Courtesy.
I was able to.
Courtesy. Yep.
2024 update. This new inclusive word choice clause sees Epic Games encourage users to be respectful, inclusive, and professional language when writing or documenting a given piece of code. Again, this is code.
My code prefers she, her. Thanks.
Seriously. Word choice applies when you name classes, functions, data structures, types, variables, files, and folders and plugins. Explains Epic Games. It applies when you write snippets of user-facing text for the UI, error messages, and notifications. It also applies when writing about code, such as in comments and changeless descriptions. God damn it.
So when I'm writing code, I can't include anything that's derogatory, obviously, or anything like that. When writing code for other people, putting up display messages when something goes wrong, I gotta just keep it business professional. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
To this
Stop
end,
going to the edge, you fucking idiot. Oh, I can't say that anymore. So
Yeah, right.
there's that.
To this end, Epic Games then provided guidance as to what words devs should and should not use in their writing. Fuck you, I say, because I'm a grown man and I'll write what I want.
Yeah, we were having the First Amendment.
Do not use metaphors or similes that reinforce stereotypes. Examples include contrast, black and white, or blacklist and whitelist. But they're actual terms.
They are actual terms. They're literal actual fucking terms.
They are real world terms.
Here we go, dude.
We're not having blacklist and whitelist of like the coolest whites and blacks in the world. Like these are actual real world terms, and this is where these terms come from.
God, I fucking hate people.
They began, do not use words that refer to historical trauma or lived experience of discrimination. Examples include slave, master, and nuke. I can tell you right now.
So Duke Nukem?
No one alive has experienced a nuke. That's how they work.
Yeah, if someone was alive to experience a nuke, we have some other issues.
We do. Also, no one alive today doing this were slaves or masters of slaves. So no one has lived experience of discrimination. Nobody that's alive right now. Historical trauma. Okay, cool. You can't use words to refer to historical trauma. Epic. How come then? Where's Holocaust in your words then?
Yeah. How come Holocaust isn't one of them?
I can use Holocaust, but I can't use slave or master.
Yeah, that's a pretty decent amount of trauma that I can ensue with that.
Am I allowed to use the word camps? Can I use concentration camps? Can I use the word concentration?
Nope.
Can I use
gas
chambers?
Yep,
I can say
absolutely.
that?
Yep.
Cool. Firing squad, I can say that?
Absolutely. I mean, we still use the gas chamber today. It's a fun time.
Alrighty then. I can see where Epic Games lines up.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that you say all these things, but not particular to any type of people, I guess. That's kind of weird. It's really strange.
Turning to gender-related language, Epic Games advises devs to...
There's more?
Bro, I need you to tell me what this means. Gender-related language, Epic Games advises devs to refer to hypothetical people...
Hold on.
As Miss Page would say to me, what the fuck is a hypothetical person?
I know exactly what this means. This is... All right,
I hope you do. Because you're probably wrong.
Imaginary.
Oh, imaginary people. Okay, why the fuck?
Hypothetical people,
referring to
which
imaginary
means
people in coding.
Which means when referring to hypothetical people or imaginary people or I don't know the characters of your fucking game, please use these terms and these terms only.
Fictional
Fuck
characters.
you.
Fictional characters. Am I getting through to you at all?
This is fucking ridiculous, to be honest with you.
This is funny as fuck.
It really is.
Hypothetical people as they, them, and their, even in the singular.
Why? What if my fictional character doesn't want that?
Yeah. What if my hypothetical person's a fucking monk?
Yeah.
Who's a
what
fucking lizard?
What if my hypothetical person wants to be a it or that?
What if my hypothetical person wants to be a real boy?
Yeah. What happens then?
All right.
You need interest, Epic.
They don't got them, dude. This is, as Asmongold said in his video yesterday, that we saw yesterday, this is people just doing shit so they can keep their jobs because their job is bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
And anything that is not a person.
Here we go.
As it and it's, for example, a module, a plugin, a function, a client, a server, or any other software or hardware component. So when you're talking about one of those things, you only can refer to it and it's. What the fuck were you referring to a plugin or a client or a server beforehand? Because I would say, hey, I'd probably say like the server, the client, the plugin, or that plugin, or that.
Yeah.
But now you got to use it
or like
it.
Or like most IT professionals, this fucking piece of shit over here.
Yeah, that's the better one.
Let's just be honest. That happens nearly every day. But apparently now they have to be it or they.
It and it's.
Or it's. Sorry.
Yeah,
it's,
they, them, and
it's.
there is hypothetical people, even in the singular.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Furthermore, users are asked to not assign gender to anything that doesn't have one. So now I can't even fucking sit at my desk and when my computer's running slow, I can't say, "Come on, girl."
Yep, can't do that.
What?
Quite interesting. Quite interesting.
Well, I gotta take away the fun in my life.
I'm pretty sure this goes against the whole ideology of that, by the way. I thought
do you care?
I thought people couldn't tell me what what other things feel or what they could feel.
Yeah, that's where I was heading to with my next one.
Yeah.
Of why do you care? Because that's exactly what they tell us when we go like, no, I'm not gonna fucking
call you that or
no, I don't
thing.
think we should transition a 4-year-old. And then when people go, what do you care? It's not your fucking kid or whatever the fuck. I was like, okay, sure, abuse your children. But now I can't even fucking assign something to a what does it matter? And who
a fucking thing, to a inanimate object, you cannot go, oh, good girl.
Yeah. But who are you to fucking tell me what doesn't even have a gender?
Yeah. So again,
what if I design my computer to be a female?
Right. Like again, iPhones have Siri. Does that make all iPhones female? Yes, it does.
So,
I mean, you can obviously change Siri's voice, but still.
Yeah. Not to sign a gender to anything that doesn't have nor use collective nouns like guys that assume gender. Actually, when you're using the term guys, like, come on, guys, you're not assuming gender. You're actually talking to a group of people.
Correct. It's just like y'all.
I never say, come on, guys, if I'm hanging out with my one guy friend.
Yeah. Come on, guys.
Like, we're two people.
Dude, it's just me here.
Yeah. No,
Listen, they. What?
Usually when we say, like, come on, guys, or let's go, boys, it's a team or a group of people.
Yeah. And it's not, we're not singling out a gender. It's just, hey,
there
come on, guys.
Women in there, too.
Absolutely.
Many a time I said, let's go, boys. And it was like 7 dudes and 4 women.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
No
discriminate.
one gave a fuck.
We agree what's in South Park. How are we offended?
It's factual. I don't understand.
Let's see. And also take care to avoid colloquial phrases that contain arbitrary genders like a poor man's whatever. So like now you can't even say like, oh, that dude's just a poor man's LeBron James.
Those are poor man's Nikes.
Because that's not inclusive. Because don't forget, guys, women can be poor too. I don't know what the fuck.
I don't understand why this all matters at all. This is literally when doing game design. Why does it matter to anybody? How would anyone honestly know?
The short answer, it doesn't. So
yeah, that's what I thought.
Regarding slang, the standards the standards call on devs to remember that your words are being read by a global audience. Not true.
No, they're not.
No, they're not.
They're not reading my code.
Especially if your game is from Sony and I can't log into it without a PSN, so it's definitely not.
Yeah, in 177 countries.
That may not share the same idioms and attitudes, and who might not understand the same culture references, and thus aim to avoid slang and colloquialisms, even if you think they are funny or harmless, particularly as these may be hard to understand for people whose first language is not English and may not translate well.
They wouldn't play the game in English then, dickhead.
Right, that's what we're saying. It might not translate well.
It's going to translate because you're going to fucking read it and go, shit, that didn't add up.
But what is it?
That's your job. Literally your job as a game designer to make sure that it translates well.
Remember, this is Epic Games telling people who are using Unreal Engine, not even like
Correct.
making games with them. If you're using their Unreal Engine, this is the shit you have to do.
Yep.
And of course, devs are also warned.
Of course they're warned. Because
Watch your profanity.
Yeah, watch your profanity. Fuck you.
Continuing, the standards next ask Unreal Engine users to be conscious of their use of overloaded words.
Overloaded words. What do you mean, sir? Overloaded words. How many? What do you consider overloaded?
Let's see. Maybe they'll tell me.
Too
As
many
many
syllables?
terms that we use for their technical meanings also have other meanings outside of technology.
No, they don't. No. Keep going.
Fuck you. Examples include abort, execute, or native.
Native has a lot of terms outside of IT and game design, and there should be absolutely a reason to use that, considering if your game is about anything dealing with the native people of a land. Not particularly anybody, but just a people.
Not to be that guy.
Abort, but you might want to tell NASA to stop using their language.
Abort can be used outside of IT, but the difference is it actually has the same meaning. It means to cancel.
Yeah, to cancel, to stop.
To stop process.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what you do when you abort. It means the same thing no matter how you use it. Abort the mission. It's the same thing as an abortion.
Mm-hmm.
Execute, that is the same meaning. Only one difference I can think of is like to execute the plan, but in the context of a game,
one is to stop and the other one is to do.
But in the context of a game, if you write something that says we must execute the mission, no one's going, we're going to kill the mission.
Yeah. What?
That's
offensive.
They detail when you use words like these, always be precise and examine the context in which they appear. Yeah, that's called fucking writing words.
Again, no one in the history of game design is going to just play that. Of course they're going to fucking read it.
Yeah. Hopefully, anyway.
No, they're going to, because it's 2024 and they don't want a lawsuit.
Right.
Finally, they're going to.
The inclusive word choice clause closes out with a list of some terminology that Epic Games believes should be replaced with better alternatives. Said terminology includes terms blacklist. The alternatives listed include deny list, blocked list, exclude list, avoid list, unapproved list, forbidden list, permission list. The blacklist is quicker.
It's the same thing. Same fucking thing.
Whitelist. Alternatives are allow list, include list, trust list, safe list. Well, hold on. Epic Games, I'm getting a little fucking racial vibes here, my guy. I'm getting just a little bit of racial vibes. I know these are alternatives, but here are the alternatives for blacklist. Deny, block, exclude, avoid, unapprove, forbidden, and to have a permission. Whitelist, allow, include, trust, safe.
Trust.
I
Safe.
get that that's what white and blacklist means, but I'm saying by
so weird how one is so drastically different from the other, and given that they're considered white and black.
Right. So I get
Crazy.
that's blacklist does mean bad and whitelist does mean good. But what I'm saying is, when you say you can't use these terms, use these alternatives instead, and there are things like that. Somebody in there who's all DEI up is going to be like, so are you saying the whitelist is superior to the blacklist? It's going to happen.
Yep.
And I'm here for. I'm fucking here, fucking for it, dude. I'll do it. I'll be the person. I don't give a shit.
Bucket.
Master. Here's your alternatives for master. Primary, source, controller template. Why the fuck would I say controller template? Reference.
God, I hate Epic. I hope.
Main, leader, original, base.
If I've ever wanted Fortnite to die, it would just be now of all. Just the more I hear this, the more I want Fortnite just to die and fall off the face of the earth. I need Epic to abort Fortnite and execute the abort plan.
Yeah. And lastly, the best
Use all
part,
the fucking words.
The best part of this article. Here's their alternatives to the word slave.
Great. Oh, can't wait for this one.
Secondary.
Wow.
Replica.
Replica.
Agent, follower. Worker.
Man, someone really snuck this shit in there. Someone really snuck it in there. First off, secondary.
Secondary.
Worker, cluster node.
A slave means secondary?
Apparently to them.
It does? Means secondary.
Yikes.
Worker, cluster node, locked. Locked in what, Epic? Chains?
Something.
Linked in what, Epic? Chains?
Chains?
And synchronized. In chains? Dude. And first off, as Ms. Page said from across the room, are they admitting that workers are slaves?
Probably.
Because worker is the replacement.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Secondary is the first one they give.
But my God, is it really like one of those things where it's like, dude, we can sneak these words here. No, we can't, man. We can.
No one's going to notice.
This.
They're going to notice.
Everyone's going to love it. Just trust me on this. All right. We have to think of replacement words for slave. Oh, it's a harsh one. I know. First one you got. Secondary. I like it. All right.
Yeah. Worker.
How about worker? Okay. I feel like we're starting to go a little backwards here a little bit with the follower. I'm still feeling like we're going backwards a little bit.
Uneducated. Stolen.
Fuck.
Ultimately, Epic Games closes out the text of this new standard by assuring the public that they are actively working to bring our code in line with principles laid out above. For who? Principles for who? Who the fuck? I don't care. Half of the shit's for code and plugins and modules. I'm not going to see that shit.
There's just something wrong here, man. I don't know. But Epic just needs to go away.
Epic sucks.
Epic sucks. Big horse dick.
Yeah, the biggest horse dick you can find on the market.
Absolutely.
Seabiscuit shit.
You need it at this point.
I mean,
you just need it.
That's all I have. You have anything?
No, that's pretty much it. I even threw in a few extra in there.
All right, nice. And I saw you yawning.
Yeah, I'm tired as fuck, my guy.
Jesus.
I'm tired as fuck.
Well, then that's the case. Play the song.
Thanks for watching our stupid fucking show. I hope we made you laugh or breathe hard through your nose.
At least once.
Don't be too upset cause the show is over, so adios mi amigo. So however the hell that goes.
So I think at one point we had like 12 in here or something like that. So we're getting back up there to the numbers we were at.
Oh yeah.
But that's the show.
Yes.
Bye.
See you later.
Leave.
I sleep here.
I don't sleep here, but I live here. So leaving.
I really slipped right there. Bye. Leave. Bye. Gone.